Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, all right, yo. What is good, people? What's good? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna have a good episode this morning. You hear me? We're gonna have this morning. We're gonna have a good episode. You feel me? This show about to be good. All right. Now I'm gonna say this right now. I know people ain't in here. Y'all gonna have to learn. I'm trying to tell y'all gonna have to learn. This what people do to me. And when I make videos, I'm gonna say this real quick to get it out of the way. All right. Because it's lessons that need to be learned when it comes to conversations. People need to step up their conversation. You understand? Listen. When I made a video about this Clarissa situation, I had people in my comment section calling me names. And for real, I was talking about something that already happened. Now, I could see if there was no decisions made. I made a video disrespecting the whole thing and saying, oh, it's just blasphemous and she needs this to happen and that to happen. But I made a video upon the actions that was already taken, and people were so butthurt that Clarissa got banned, they started calling me names. And I know this is probably happening to a lot of people, but to call somebody names about something that already happened that you can't stop makes you a chick if you a male. Because you want to argue, and you know I'm not going to do it. I don't know if y'all know me or not, but I'm not gonna argue. Like 90% of the people would give you what you want, and they'll go back and forth with you. After I establish that you're not trying to learn anything from this conversation, I'm going to cuss you out and I'm going to hide you from my channel. That way you can come back to my video as many times as you like and write as many times as you like, thinking that I'm going to see it, because I'm not. It's not going to show it to me in the settings. It's not going to show it to me on YouTube Studio. I'm not going to see a word that your ass said. So take it and run with it. I'm glad that I cussed a couple people out. You guys needed it. Y'all deserve that. Okay? Y'all really need to stop getting into your feelings so much from people's opinions, especially when something already happened, all the way to calling them names. Y'all need to stop doing that. But let's get to the show. You feel me? Because I got a lot to say. Mike Biggs Boxing in the building first. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you coming in the building, King. Thomas Hill in the building. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you. Y'all, Mr. Charming in the building. Salute to Tay Brown, the real queen of MMA in the house. What is popping with you? What is popping with you, queen? I hope all is well. With you. Thrill Hill in the building. What is good with you, Thrill Hill? What's popping? Listen, last night, now I wanted to say this. Well, I've been saying this for a minute. You know what I mean? That I really like Richard Torres, but he's not it. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell from his stature, he's somebody that's going to be very hard to actually get some wins from the bigger guys or the names at the heavyweight division, because of his height, because of his reach. You know what I'm saying? And his fighting style has to be jittery, moving constantly, quick on the inside, and very powerful for it to work. And you see that he knows that, so he's trying to do it, but it's just not, I never seen it really work. Like, the guys that he washed. But those guys I've never seen in the ring with anybody. You hear me? Not knowing somebody is totally different than never seeing the person in the ring with anybody. You understand what I'm saying? Those people are the people that he washed, for real. You know what I'm saying? So when he was matched up with Frank Sanchez, the heavy with that's a little flight of foot that got a little bit of agile, bro. I was like, yo, he's gonna get washed, bro. He's going to get washed. I should have put money on this fight, as I knew it wasn't gonna last but 3 rounds. I think it lasted 2 rounds. For real, like, that's like, I like him. I like Richard Torres. He's a great guy. Everybody says how nice he is. He's a very nice guy. He's a great guy. Nice personality, I mean. But the heavyweight division, and just, just his size alone, he's fighting an upward battle. And the fact that it took just that one punch when he was bent over to the side like that, and he does that move a lot. Like, that's deep within his style, within his game, rooted in his game. You feel me? He can't stop doing that. But people know how to do it now. Like, he turned around and hit him with that shot and had dude. So when Richard Torres fell, his head hit the mat bad. When he got up and fell again, his head hit again. When he got up and they tried to stand him up and put him in, he was wobbly as I don't know what. Bro, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for the heavyweight division. It's not. He's going to have to really, like, try to get down to cruiserweight. And I know that's bad to say. I don't even know how much he weighed, but it's not going to work. And I could tell that he wants to, get a shot. He wants to get better names and shit. Bro, it is not looking good for Richard Torres, in my opinion. Salute to you, Fredro. Salute to you, Fredro, for life. What is popping with you? Yes, sir. I was tired as hell yesterday and sore. It's my family member. Okay, effing family member. Torres was bound to get starched. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. It's like, sorry, you know what I'm saying? Because I like him. Like, I can't say enough that I like him. And I sound like everybody that talks about Richard Torres right there. I never met him or nothing. But you could tell, like, he's a really nice guy. But at the same time, I don't know if this is going to be, if this is right. Like, I don't know if boxing period is for him if he can't get down to cruiserweight. Because I honestly see him, he's going to be like a Vito Mal McNicky or whatever his name is. He's going to be like a Vito at the heavyweight division. They're going to make cards just for him. You know what I'm saying? Where they can highlight him against somebody you don't know. And they're going to just continue to do it like Vito. And salute to Vito, but I feel the same way about Vito. He's a nice guy, but he just ain't it. Like, that's just how I feel. Torres looks small for a heavyweight. Exactly. Like, how? Salute to you, Mike. What's popping with you? Ooh, salute to you, Judah Ben Israel. What is popping with you? Said Usyk won't fight Frank Sanchez. This is why he rarely gets big fights at heavyweight. You talking about Frank Sanchez? This is why Frank Sanchez really get fights at heavyweight? Man, I'll watch Frank Sanchez versus Ejit Cabiel. I want Ejit Cabiel to get his shot. I think he is the top three of a heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you look at it. He's top 3. In my opinion. Like, I think he'll watch Usyk just because he's a body puncher and Usyk can't take that shit. That's why Usyk don't want to fight him. He's been there. I think he's been number 1 to fight Usyk for one of them titles, yo. And he just won't fight him. Salute to you, Dragon Assassin official in the building. What is good with you, sir? Say, Sanchez knocked out Torres with a stiff right. It was stiff to a right. I think it was like a right hook, and it was low too because he was bending down. It looked serious. It looked pretty serious when he fell. You know what I'm saying? The punch really didn't look that serious, but when it hit Torres, the effect looked definitely messed him up. Salute to you, Mike Rhyme. What's popping with you? Okay. Now, I did say last night Frank should fight Cabiel. Cabiel is the business, man. Cabiel right now at welterweight, at heavyweight, is who people should want to see other names in the ring with. Ejit Cabiel is that guy. He's that guy. Now, I fell asleep on the main event, just keeping it real. I heard that they said that they shouldn't have stopped the fight and it was in the 11th round. They should have allowed them to get knocked out, in my opinion. I didn't even watch the fight, but the man ain't a boxer. It shouldn't even lasted 11 rounds. And I heard people saying, meaning the people on the mic that was at the fight, because I did wake up at a certain period of time. It's just the fight was over. They were talking about how he did a better job than Daniel Dubois. I'm like, bro, Maybe you could say that about the second fight because it went 11 rounds. But the first fight, man, he hit him with a belt. He hit him in the belly button, and dude was down for 5 minutes. So I mean, this is why I don't really care for fighters fighting people that's not a fighter. You know what I mean? Because both of them are fighters. My bad. For boxers to fight people that's not boxers, because you get these type of comments and you got casuals everywhere that like running with the BS. You feel me? Torres was guac sauce. Yeah, it was 2 rounds. It was quick. What performance shock you with Francis dropping Fury and arguably beating him, or Rocco performance? Because I didn't really see the performance. I can't even really answer that question. But if nobody got dropped in a Usyk versus Rocco fight, then I would say Francis dropping Fury is and arguably beating him is more shocking, for real, for real. Similar to when Charlo hit Lubin. Yeah, man. Yo, Charlo hit that. Don't look bad for Lubin. It was downhill for dude career after that. Yeah, he got some wins, but it's just he couldn't get that. He couldn't get the speed back under his career. The referee robbed Rico. Oh shit! I need to watch that shit. I really do. Beat Usyk in the rematch. Only if Dubai is right mentally. He should be right now. After, man, that fight was great. His last fight was great. I loved it. I loved it. You hear me? Last night though, I did catch Amari Jones. Yo, Amari Jones always looked pretty good to me. He always look clean. You feel me? His punches, when he be landing, his shit be looking real crispy, real clean. I like it. I like it. I like Amari Jones, man. Right now he's 17-0. He's got 15 knockouts, bro. He got 15 knockouts, 17-0, 24 years old. He young, 6 foot tall, and he fight at 160. Bro is ranked number 4 right now for that vacant IBF title. And the number one fighter in that weight class, there is no number one fighter in that weight class. That's what it is. It starts at 2, 3, and then he's number 4. The fighter Aaron McKenna is 20-0 with 10 knockouts. I think he's ranked number 2. And then I can't even pronounce this dude's name. Etanosa Olaya or whatever. Is 22-0 with 10 knockouts. So hopefully they give him one of these guys next, or they fight for the vacant title or whatever, and give Amari Jones a strap down there at 160. There's not much going on down there at 160. The person that really had the titles was damn, I can't even remember his name right now. But he tested positive. He had 2 titles. He tested positive. So I think they stripped him of one, but not both of them. So that's why the title's vacant or whatever. But it's not much going on down there, that weight class, besides Carlos Adames. And I think he was thinking about moving up. So we'll see what happens with that. Jones got to stop reaching when throwing his punches, but he definitely got some issue on him. Yeah. He had a good strategy, but the last couple of rounds he should have played it safe. Going 12 would have been a major feat. Oh. Okay. Maybe he wanted to get some rounds in. Look, some rounds in. When people say that, when the fighters say that, that should be crazy. But I guess it makes sense. You feel me? It makes sense. Now let's get to something a little more. Well, Ryan Garcia announced that he is really fighting Conor McGregor. I seen that short where he was at Jimmy Kimmel show or some shit like that, and he announced the fight. I hope he washed Conor Ben, bro. I hope he absolutely washes Conor Ben. But speaking about Conor Ben, let me see if I can get the article up here. Let me see if I can put the article on the screen real quick. Yeah. Yeah. What the hell? Oh, okay. Yeah, you see it? Hearn claims Conor Ben offered him $250,000 for silence out this bitch. Ah. Mm-mm-mm. Tell me you're guilty without telling me you're guilty. Mm-mm-mm. Tell me you ain't do something right without telling me you ain't do something right. You understand me? Why? Why why are you offering him $250,000? I don't like Conor Ben or racist Ryan Eggs and Asherin. Yeah, both of them about to fight. Yo, I just feel like Eddie Hearn got him by the balls for some reason. It's like he knows something. He knows some shit, and he don't want Eddie to tell. I'm telling you. But I got the article, man. I got the article. Eddie Hearn has claimed Conor Ben offered him $250,000 to stop making negative comments after their promotional split. This is funny, man. This is really funny to me. Really funny to me. Ben's manager, Keith Connolly, recently claimed Hearn had been offered a special advisor role, but Hearn strongly rejected that version. Offer me, he says, in quote, offer me a role offer me a role as special advisor. Take your special advisor and stick it up your effing slimy arse, is what Hearn said. This is crazy. Hearn then alleged that Ben's side tried to pay him to stay quiet. And I quote, this is quotation marks. It says, Conor Ben offered me money to keep my mouth shut, he said. It said it in the email from his lawyer. We'll give you $250,000 to not say anything negative about us. Fuck off. That's what he said. Bruh. This guy right here, son, Eddie Hearn should just blow the whistle on Cat. Blow the whistle. Just blow the whistle on Cat. Salute to you, Boxing and Barbecue. What is popping with you moaning? Blow the whistle on Cuz. Tell the public everything you know about eggs, bruh. Tell them you already knew about the egg. So what? Like, when you think about it, so the F what? Eddie Hearn is saying negative things about you. So what? You're making 15 million sign with someone else. You turned your back on Eddie. Why does it matter what the hell he says? Is he going to stop your money train? You already signed for the 15 M's. What does it matter? In my opinion, when a lot of people look at what somebody say, you putting that person on this high ass pedestal. Eddie Hearn has said shitty things about a lot of fighters. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody offered this motherfucker hush money. I just think he know more about Conor Ben than Conor Ben want to be let out. Why would you offer that much bread? And you know Eddie don't need no bread. Eddie got money. Like, it don't make good sense to me. You feel me? You signed with Zuffa. The Zuffa and the ring belt mix is too messy to me. Yeah, it's very messy. I think Zuffa going to keep changing. It's going to keep changing to something that benefits them. They're going to keep turning the page. They're going to keep turning the corner. Watch. Asherin was whitewashing the fact that an out of shape, undertrained, and C-level fighter just beat that ass without prep work on a bad diet. That's a fact. Without prep. without prepping. Bruh, but this, come on, bruh. What does he know about you and the eggs? It's something that Eddie knows. I'm telling you. Eddie knows some shit. It don't matter what Eddie is saying if you already signed for the bag. You already fought Regis and showed the welterweight division and everybody else that you touched. Everybody that you put your hands on when they was dressed all in the three-piece suit and the bow tie, you put your hands on people. Everybody's seen you do that. They won't fight you now. What Eddie Hearn said does not matter. When Osterine, when Ron Garcia beat the brakes off Conor Ben, bet money, people still gonna want to beat the brakes off Conor Ben. It's not gonna stop nothing. You still gonna get fights. You signed with Zuffa for that 15 M's. You got multi-fight deal, bro. What does it matter what Eddie Hearns is saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. It just sounds like there's more to it, to the story. Eddie should just let that shit out. Say it. You hear me? Just say that shit. I'll be whistleblowing if I was him. And he said F off. He don't want to hear none of that shit. He don't want to hear none of that shit, yo. Hold on. Wait. Am I okay. Now, usually I wouldn't even talk about this just because it's him. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's him. But he definitely did, y'all. He did. Adrian Broner says he want one more world title is the goal before his retirement. That's what it is. One more is the goal. Broner hasn't fought since June 2024. To his defense, before I say what I need to say, I'm not gonna talk about this whole Dean the Great shit and stuff. It's straight up disgusting, depressing, and it's straight up garbage. You know what I'm saying? If you come across, if I'm strolling on my For You page, or not even my For You, if I'm strolling on YouTube shorts and that shit come up, because I already know what it is, I scroll now. But when I did watch some of the shorts, man, all it is sexual harassment everywhere. That's all the fuck I see. Mad sexual harassment on all the videos, bro. But I'm gonna talk about what he's talking. To his defense, every time he get ready for a fight, he's fat. You feel me? So I immediately say, like, bro, you too fat to like get down in the fighting shape. And that's true. You know, he might be able to get down in fighting shape, bro. That alcohol has already took a toll on Adrian Broner. He will never be mentally or physically, and he can look like he's in fighting shape, but he'll never really be there. Thomas said, and he will. He's known for throwing his fighters under the bus. Eddie do that. And I'm talking the double-decker rib British joints too, double-decker. Better stay off the Mickey freaking streams with that nigga that been faking getting punched for them. Right, yeah. It's a lot going on with that. I don't even really want to talk about, but it's no way he's going to come back and if anything, you're going to come back and just get some money because you need some money, probably. That's it. Like, you're not going to come back and become champion. That's not going to happen. There's multiple articles about this if somebody want to hear it, but I'm not even gonna dip there and dive into that deep. It's a couple of things I want to play a couple of videos. I want to show some highlights real quick because I want to talk about this shit, man. This shit here. Why you look so mean? Somebody tell me why you punching so mean. Chill, Jerron. Chill, Jerron. You need to chill. The way he's throwing the punches, bro. Broner highly delusional. Why are you throwing them punches like that? Yo, Jerron Boots and this after me hearing, and because I think somebody told me, but I was thinking about something. I was probably live and it didn't calculate to me. They said that Xander Zayas last fight, this is his last fight. That's what they said. They said Xander, I didn't realize that Xander's last fight was with Top Rank was against Boots. Now I understand that he chose this fight. I understand he chose this fight. You feel me? Being the last fight with Top Rank, but I wanted to say, yo, Top Rank, man. People say a lot of good things about Top Rank, but it really depends on who's saying it. Because a lot of people that was with Top Rank, when they left Top Rank for a reason. You could stay with Top Rank and keep re-signing in your career, like Shakur. You feel me? Like Shakur just kept re-signing. Bud kept resigning until Bud sued Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? You got Floyd Mayweather left Top Rank. The best people be leaving Top Rank. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Xander, it's like, well, I would ask, why not stay with Top Rank? You know what I mean? You got 2 titles with Top Rank. What is it? It doesn't seem like Top Rank pushes fighters away. It seemed like fighters just don't want to be with certain promotional companies or management. They leave. So I would really want to know why Xander Zayas is leaving Top Rank instead of re-signing. It must be something with that. But looking at this fight ahead, just like I still want to give Xander Zayas a lot of grace. You know what I mean? And not for taking the fight for real, but for actually being that guy to not be scared and actually challenge himself. There's somebody that a lot of people think is better than you, or a lot of people think can beat you or halt your career or take your titles. You made it a priority to fight him, and I respect that shit. I respect that a lot. But honestly, yo, Boots is that guy, and Boots is going to hurt Xander Zayas, in my opinion. And that's my guy. Xander bigger than Boots, but it doesn't matter when skills pay the bills, and Boots got a lot of skills, and Xander do too. We're gonna see the best come out of both of these fighters if Xander's up to it. You feel me? Xander can't go in this fight and try to put down anything in the first 2 rounds. He got to know that Boots is going to come in there very sharp, very fresh, and very powerful for the first few rounds of that fight. And he better be very calculated. And honestly, to Xander's and his team's point, they are very calculated, and he does stick to the script. He does do what his corner tells him to do, and that's why he's so successful. And they should have about at least 3 game plans, A, B, and C, for Jerron Boots Ennis. And I mean throughout the fight. You feel me? I'm not saying if one of them, if plan A don't work, choose plan B. No, I mean if they work or not, you're gonna need plan A, B, and C through certain fights. I mean through certain rounds, and you're gonna need other plans through other rounds. That's what I mean. Especially if he can't. And that's one thing I didn't hear a lot of people talk about. And I think Xander Zayas is pretty good when it comes to making adjustments in the ring before having to go to his corner to get instruction. I think he's pretty good at that. But at the same time, if you're not prepared for him switching, or your mind isn't already wired to not caring if he's switching and just remembering which hands is doing what, then he's going to have a long night. I got Boots doing the business to Xander Zayas, but I gotta give Xander Zayas the respect for doing it. I give him respect. You feel me? I give him respect because he didn't have to. You feel me? But I fucks with the fight. I fuck with the fight, and I think Boots is finna show us some shit. Being his second fight at this weight class, I think Xander's best bet is to get him as soon as he get in the weight class, so he won't get acclimated to it. But I don't think it matters. Like, we're talking about Boots. This is his second fight. First one was very short, but I always looked at Boots as a very big welterweight. You feel me? Slender man, but muscular. You feel me? Toned up. So him moving up It looked like he's comfortable. We'll see how comfortable he look on that scale. Because if you look hella hydrated and hella comfortable, man, I'm already thinking it's going to be a stoppage, but it might be hella nasty because, or, maybe the game plan for Xander would be to make the fight very laxed, very calm, in the calm, very boring kind of, trying to be defensively for. I don't think the fight's gonna be boring, but that's how I gotta explain it to you. You know what I mean? Being that just being defensively for the first 2, 3, 4 rounds of the fight, you feel me? That would be, taking the excitement out of the fight. But I just if Xander come in this joint with the game plan and he pick it up, I don't know if he's going to be taking the chances that he be taking sometimes in certain fights, because like I said, he does stick to the corner. But the way he been talking about Boots make me think, just make my mind think in different directions, because he talking to Boots like Boots is a damn, like he's a B+ fighter. You feel what I'm talking? Yeah, he be talking about Boots like they already got the game plan down. Like, bro, you easy work. That's why I picked you, bro. He just not saying he the easy work. He's saying everything else but that. You feel me? So I'm like, bro, what's really good? What's really going on with this fight, yo? I'm very intrigued, though. I gotta say, yo, Simon posting Boots all over TikTok and YouTube. Bet. Respect to Xander for making a Boots fight, but Boots is going to stop. Man, yeah, I think he's going to stop him. For real, Xander is going to be a monster after this Boots fight, though. Actually, yeah, he's going to be a monster. He's going to be good, yo, because I think it's going to make him better. He's still young. And here goes the bagger man there. Bet the house on the stoppage for 7-9. Yeah, maybe. You might be on to something right there. Salute to you. 2 cents boxing in the building. What is good with you, Queen? She say, is he going to Zuffa? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why he didn't re-sign with Top Rank, because of Zuffa. But damn. Zuffa? After the 2 titles, like what he know he gonna lose and then go to Zuffa? Bruh. And he got what it takes to rock the ring. Right. And he got what it takes to rock the ring, right? You're gonna have to take a fight, otherwise, believe me. No Xander slander, but Boots is going to stop Xander bad. Xander gonna up yonder. He's going up the yonder. Boots by stoppage round 7-9. Ash. This has been a type of fight it's been working for, right? This is all it, bro. If you don't put all of your skills, if Boots don't play around. If you don't put all of your skills on this one, what are you waiting for? What you saving it for? You feel me? Don't play with him. I don't want to see no slow-mo punches, bro, like you did. Can't remember, dude, like you did the other dude. No, we ain't playing with him. Not playing with him. Sutu Ken Soul in the building. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you. Sutu Reels Daddy popping. What's popping? Total carnage. You ever seen a Cat 5 hurricane? Oh my gosh. And the high level tsunami, right? The typhoon. Yeah, I was like, why is he hitting them? Why are you hitting the pad so hard? Why are you so violent right now, Boots? The way you talking make me feel like they're gonna cheat. It's giving Wilder Fury, right? Like, why are you talking like that? But if you are saying that he's going to Zuffa, then he know he ain't gonna have them titles. He know he ain't gonna win. He's just talking a good game. He's trying to be positive. Maybe I have no idea. That's crazy. National Treasure himself. Hold on. Villa, that's his damn name. Villa. He's slow-mo Villa. That shit look fire, but you playing with your food, are you not? Are you not playing with your food? Now, on from that, on from that, because everybody know what's going on with him. Everybody know what's going to happen. I really wanted to play this interview because he be popping his shit and people don't pay him no attention. People think he a game, but when you have a O, you gotta lose before I think that you don't mean what you say, or I think you can't do what you say.
Custer, we bring you the biggest names in the sport. Hey, joining me today, I'm telling you, one of the rising stars at 140
in
pounds.
my opinion, you gotta beat him.
Is unbeaten. In fact, he's 18-0. 17 of his victories have come by knockout.
You gotta beat him.
This kid's got dynamite in his hands, so much so that 13 of his victories haven't gone past the third round. He is a problem.
Bro, he like a small David Benavidez.
You know him as Ernesto Tito Mercado, joining us and making his debut on the.
I'm talking about his spirit, yo. Dude want to fight anybody. He's calling out all the names, bro. Nobody want to fight him. People like, oh, you playing? Oh, you don't want to fight me? It's just everything happening because I want him to get a name. Beat him if you can, damn it. But he's undefeated, and everybody who fought, he stopped but one person. Sound familiar? A lot of people had this type of record growing up, and they came out to be good fighters, great fighters, or to have historic fights. Give this man a chance, man.
The Last Stand. Tito, welcome to The Last Stand.
I appreciate you having me.
Okay, look, man, last time we saw you in the ring, December, I want to say Antonio Moran, right? Yeah. And that was a destruction victory that you came. I know everybody is fiending. When are we going to see Tito back in the ring?
Yeah, man, look, obviously, just like everybody, right? I've been itching to get back in the ring. But we're in talks for some time in June. Nothing official yet. Kind of got an idea. Should be late June. So, once I get that settled up, I can't wait to announce that so everybody can tune in for it.
Fantastic. Now, also, you're one of the hottest free agents out there too.
Crazy
during that time. Now, you were with Matchroom for a little bit. Tell me why. What was it that when it came down to it, you said, you know what? I think it's time for me to look elsewhere.
Just a couple things, but we both mutually, decided to part ways, and I wish him the best, and I'm just looking to, keep moving forward in my career and doing what I do best, which is knock dudes out.
And when it comes to promotional,
Tito not trying to say nothing bad. He don't want to burn no bridges, which is smart for him. But he know what he want. I know what you want to say. They not giving you the fights that they want. The line that Jamel Charlo said, y'all was giving other people fights. That's what he should be saying about the company, but he don't want to because he don't want to burn them bridges. And shout out to him for that. Salute Jameson George in the building. What is good with y'all? Was getting his ass whooped. Let me find out. Dude look real big though in them highlights. I have to admit, and Rico looked big. The Rico charge that they put on Usyk ass last night. My bad, nah, I was joking. Niggas who say they don't run from the smoke and supposedly run to the smoke, ducking his smoke signals. Ash Keyshawn will fight Tito. Bruh, tell him say something. Why you trying to move to 147, bro? Right there. We're going to get down into it. Watch. We're going to get down into it, bro.
Companies, tell me who are you looking at, and have you ultimately made a decision?
Thankfully in that department I had no struggles, man. My phone's been ringing like crazy. I had to put it on D&D. No, man, it's been fun. It's been fun knowing that, obviously what I've been doing is obviously sparking interest, and everybody knows that I'm a threat and could be a huge star. So to be able to get all the traction from all the biggest promoters right now that are making noise, it means definitely a lot, man, and just shows my potential and what I could do. So obviously if my phone wasn't ringing, that'd be a problem, right? But everybody knows that anybody that could go on the mic and talk and go to knock dudes out, I think they know that they got something special right there.
When it boils down to it, what's the deciding factor when you said, this is the place I'm going to help guide my career? What did it boil down to? What did you want out of that promotional company?
Yeah, I still haven't made a decision yet, final, but you know, I think it's ultimately, man, somebody that just aligns with what we got going, and obviously he's gonna make these big fights. Obviously I'm calling out the biggest names. I just want to go there and cement my name in the legacy. So I think long as something could align with everything, obviously everything got to make sense financially, everything. So if all that makes sense, that's where I'll be at. And once I land somewhere, you guys know that it makes sense for me.
So in February, I think everybody saw the video when you confronted Frank Martin, the Ghost, about fighting him. Have you had any more talks? And do you think that is a fight that we will see this year?
Yeah. When he walked up to Frank and said that shit, and Frank was smiling, looking at him in his face, I was like, that's about to be a good fight. But he just got his ass, like, bro, you just had a draw with Albright, and you don't really look like yourself. Frank Martin don't look the same after parting ways with Derek James, bro. Like, usually when fighters part ways with a fighter that you've been with for fights for years, you've been with the same trainer for years, and then you go to another trainer and you learn different things. A fighter is supposed to, and what they usually do, the plan is to keep the things you learned with one trainer, and then you add things that you know what I'm saying, you add to your repertoire. You don't just change your whole style, you feel me? And it's not like he even got the style that he used to have with Derek James, because he should have turned that shit on when he was fighting Albright, and he didn't. Like, bro, you just stayed relaxed after getting punched. You just was chilling. Like, what? It was ridiculous, but whatever.
Hopefully, man. Look, I haven't got no talks, from their team or none of that. Obviously,
and he's still willing to fight him after he got a draw. He's still willing to fight. He wants some names, bro. He still will fight Frank Martin.
I know, for good reason too. After here, Albright put him in, spaghetti legs. Yeah. I'm not gonna hear Albright, man. I'm telling you right now. I won't. First of all, for him to be letting a part-time nurse, part-time. I like Albright, but a part-time singer, to me, Albright's like a Chris Brown Jr. For him to be all there, putting him wobbly legs like that, that's kind of embarrassing for a fighter like me. For people to be like, oh, Frank Martin is gonna be a good fight for Tito. He's not gonna be no good fight for me. I'm gonna put him on the first 3 rounds. I'm telling you right now. Frank Martin's not on my level. I find that disrespectful that people even put him in the same category as me.
If you had your choice right now, Tito, if they said, you know what, we can make this fight right now, what's the fight that you've been fiending for?
Oh, that's a good.
Oh shit! Hold on, I don't know if you hear me because they were talking. What's good, Thomas Hill in the building? Thomas in the building. I don't know why I said that shit. Salute to you, Thomas. What's popping with you? Corner boss in the building. What is popping, my guy? What is good? All right.
Good, man, that's a good question. Obviously, I've been calling a lot of these guys out. I think one that.
Oh, my bad. Hold up. Matchroom only make room for certain matches. Right. You know what it is. It went away from what works. He moved too much. He moving too much. Yeah. Frank need to get it together. Salute to Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more in the building. What is popping with you, young man? What is popping? Hope all is well with you. He should fight Martin. Yeah, he should. He down to get it regardless, Tommy. Nigga called him a part-time nurse, moonlighting as a singer. Yo, he funny. He be talking and stuff, yo. They keep taking shots at Albright like shit don't do cause he sing. It's embarrassing. He can sing though. He got vocals though. He can really sing though. It's real talk. I get mad that Tito be dancing. But Albright can sing. Tito about that mess. Yeah, he about that. He don't care. He does not care. I can't type today. It's all good. It's all good. It is all good. Hold on, wait. Okay, hold on, wait. Let me play it.
Probably makes sense right now because he's not a world champion. I think Keyshawn Davis, he's not a world champion. I think we both on the same. I think as far as positioning in the 140 pound, I think we both in the same kind of spot. Obviously he's a world champion 135, but once he comes to 140, we both in the top 10s now. So I think that one would make sense. Mostly, man, any of those top guys, man. You got Duarte, you got a lot of these guys there, man. That it's for the takings, man. And they just got to go there and sign the contract.
Yeah. Tell me about Keyshawn.
Now he said those names because under the sanctioning body, one in particular, I think the WBO, he is ranked around these people that he's calling out or whatever. This joint is only 20 minutes long. It's not gonna be that long.
It's rare that people have called out Keyshawn. What is it that you see that you said, man, this is a perfect matchup for me?
Man, look, me and him just had, beef since, kind of history since, the Olympic trials, the whole little incident that I had with them in USA boxing. So I had a little vendetta with him since then. Like I said, we never fought in the Olympic trials. I was supposed to get my box off with him, never had that. So I kind of hold it personal to him. I wanted to get my get back. And what better way to take his own in the professional rankings, right? He's a good fighter, man, but we didn't spar, but we shared the ring for a quick drill or two. He tried to get cute. I touched him with a shot. I saw his eyes get real big. So I know there's something there, man, once I touch him. So I just can't wait to go there and expose him. That little act that he's doing right now, man, that ain't real. That ain't real. That knockout, boom, he's going to see a knockout when he wakes up in the morning when I hit him.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking.
Another guy that you've certainly been boisterous about is Shakur Stevenson in a fight. Do you see that as a realistic fight for Tito Mercado?
I do and I don't. I think it just really depends. I'm obviously trying to position myself to get a belt. The reason I don't is I know he's chasing the big fights. Obviously, I know his name is at a much higher point than mine is right now. So I'm not sure if the risk will really meet the reward for him. But like I said, man, I think if I capture a title or two, beat some top guys, I think it definitely could be something that makes sense for for him. But ultimately, man, I think it'll be a great fight.
And that's an interesting thing because Shakur is one of those guys that people say is so skilled, B, probably one of the best defensive fighters out there right now. Why would you want to fight someone like that in Shakur Stevenson?
Man, look, my whole thing is I'm in the game to be the best, right?
That's right.
These guys cry that nobody calls them out. Keyshawn, Shakur, the two step brothers right there that don't fight each other, right? They're claiming nobody calls them out. Nobody wants to fight them. I'm calling them out. It's funny though, because when I call them out, people complain about it. Oh, why is he calling? You guys want people to call people out. You guys want people to fight.
Facts. When it comes to certain fighters, they be getting so mad when a fighter call them out. When a certain fighter call them out, they get mad. Other fighters call them out. They don't pay attention to it. The shit changes, man. The energy do not be 100% the same. It just don't be. You feel me? Like he could have said that shit twice, man. Say it louder for the people in the back.
That's what I'm here for. I think Shakur is a great fighter. People like, oh, you got to deal with his defensive boom boom. He got to deal with me. I could pop too and I could box. I fought styles like that many times in the amateurs and I had no problem with them. So I think, like I said, man, I just need the opportunity to go there and show it and take him out.
When you look at your division, and man, what a great division it is. But you've got champions there. You've got Gary Antoine Russell, who is a champion. Dalton Smith, champion. Shakur Stevenson, champion. Do you believe that Tito Mercado, most dangerous fighter at 140, best fighter at 140?
100%. 100%. I think, like I said, I just need a name or two to go with it and show people why I'm a threat like that. Like I said, I just need the opportunity. And a lot of these guys, believe it or not, a lot of these top guys that you guys, are y'all favorites and these guys, they don't duck smoke, boom, boom. They're dodging me, man. There's a lot of times where I had opportunity to fight these guys and they decline my fight. One of the top guys that I know off my head, the most recent one's Barbosa. He ducked my fight. They called me to fight him. I said, let's do it. Never nothing back. Same thing like Frank Martin. They called me. I think all these guys think that I'm bluffing or something. And when I really go there and I tell them I'm accepting the fight, they just ghost. So, like I said, man, I just need the opportunity to go there and be one of these guys.
What is your ultimate goal, Tito? When it's all said and done in the ring, you want to be like, I was, 2-division champ. I was this. What's your ultimate goal?
Man, obviously, like any fighter, right? I want to become a world champion, but I want people to, when they say my name, man, I want them to shiver.
Salute.
I want to be the boogeyman. And I think I've been doing that so far, knocking these guys out. That's why a lot of these guys don't want to fight me. Especially like you said, I'm knocking everybody on the first 3 rounds. who wants to get embarrassed like that? Especially if you're a top guy. So I think when people say my name, I want them to be scared. I want them to whisper when they say my name. I don't want them to say my name out loud. I think that's the whole thing.
He said, "Don't say my name at your chest." I like that.
I like it. In any of these fights, you know, sometimes, and I'm not saying, trust me, I am not saying this is you, but sometimes when you have been knocking guys out, you haven't had one of those fights where you've had to bite down on your gum shield and be like, yo, this is a war here. Is that something that you think that you still need to really prove your mettle? And the only reason why I say that is, like, Berline is a great example. He was knocking guys out his like first 16 fights, all in the first round, and then all of a sudden he started fighting some people at the next level, and it was a different story. So do you think you need that fight where you have to bite down on your gum shield, so to speak, and really prove your mettle?
I wouldn't say that I really need it. Obviously I would like to. That's why, you know, a lot of these guys, I get frustrated when I even knock these guys out in the first couple rounds. That's why for my last fight with Moran, I had him hurt in the first round, like in the first minute or two. I knocked him down by accident. A lot of these guys, I'm knocking them down by accident. I'm not trying to knock them out so early. I'm trying to get rounds in. So I definitely want some rounds in, but I think ultimately, man, when you get blessed with power like that, you don't really have to worry about it so much, because I know I can box, and I know there's nothing in my mind where, like, I know that I'm not at that level where I can't bite down. I know I could do all that. So just, you know, having that power just makes it just a little easier. I don't really got to do too much. Once I touch these guys, I don't have to worry about going to late rounds, because my power carries throughout, you know, round 1 to round 10. I'm not worried about that.
5'8", 185 pounds.
Oh my God, man jeans.
Talk to me about 140. How long do you see yourself in this division, and at what point do you go to 147?
Just depends, man. I think it depends on the mood I am. If I want to terrorize everybody, I'll stay at 140 for a while. But I definitely want to capture a title at 140 first before I do any, you know, talking about moving up. And after that, man, I want to go over there with the 147s. That's where all the players look like they're moving up to. So I definitely want to go over there and just, like I said, man, do some terrorist attacks over there in that sense. Don't quote me on that one, though.
Talk to me about who was your guy. You know, obviously as a fighter, there was some people you may look up to and you're like, yo, I just love everything about him. So who was that guy for you when you got into the sweet sciences?
For sure, I think the two most guys that I studied all the time was Sugar Ray Leonard and Alexis Arguello. You know, Alexis Arguello is from my home country, Nicaragua. That's where my father's from. So, you know, guy that was super technical, could fight, humble. Obviously, you know, everybody knows about Sugar Ray Leonard, man. Fast hands, fast feet, could pop. So I mean, they're just those two guys, man, were the guys that I always like, damn, I want to fight like them one day.
Yeah, and you know, here's the one thing too, and I'm happy you said Ray, for the simple fact that, and I know Ray well, is with you, and you know, we spent some time at the last fight that we had. You remind me of Ray, dressed impeccably.
Yeah.
And has that $1 million smile, good looking kid. And then when you get in the ring, it's like, oh my God, this is an animal here. But when you're seeing him out of the ring, he's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Good looking, smile, dressed to the suits, to the nines. And then you're looking in the ring, you're like, holy cow, who unleashed this animal? You remind me a lot of Ray. And I love that in you. Give me some guys, man, because obviously there are some times you have sparring sessions and work where you're like, hey, those were pay-per-view matches I had. You know, Benavidez said a lot of that with Zurdo. And then you see what happened when they finally fought. What about for you in your young career? Have you had some work with this guy and you're like, look, we've had some wars and sparring. I can't wait to see if we ever fight in for real here in the pros.
Well, I'm gonna give you one name of a guy that obviously I know I'll never fight because he's in a smaller weight class, but at the time he was walking around a little heavier and I was a little younger, so that was good work for me. I sparred Tito when I was like 17, 18. And he, believe it or not, he's a smaller guy, but he walks around kind of heavy. So I was still not my man strength. So it was a good sparring. I sparred him twice. And that one, I was like, this little dude is tough. That's the one I had to bite down on my gum shield. I was like, damn. Because the guy's so technical, man. And then I think it surprises a lot of people. Sometimes it's not even the bigger guys that are the guys that give you the most work. It's a little small guy. They angry. The little small guys, man, they know how to put some work in. So I definitely had some good rounds with him. I sparred him once in Nicaragua at at a gym over there, and then I spar him over here in Coachella where he trains at. But other than that, man, guys around my weight, there ain't too many, man. You know, the most recent one will probably be Raymond Mortai. I sparred him a while back. We did some good rounds. I don't want to say too much. I'll just put it this way: we only did one sparring, and I never got to call back to another one. But that's really it on that one there.
I like it. I like it. What about and the guy I love, and I know he's out there out west. What about Bam Rodriguez? You talk about the little guys. You like Bam Rodriguez?
Oh, I like Bam Rodriguez. I think he's man. I think he's one of the guys that's. I think the lower division was kind of dying out for a little bit, but you got him and you got Inoue and Nakatani. I think they're the ones that are kind of pushing the lower weight classes, and man, you gotta love it.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some of the fights, man, that are on the horizon. Give me your thoughts on Jerron Boots Ennis and Xander Zayas. What do you think about that fight, and who you think wins it?
I think
people of his descent are really going with Xander. A lot of them are going with Xander, man.
Fight, man, because obviously you gotta give respect to Xander no matter what, because he's still a unified champ, right? But I think that was just a horrible fight. I think it was too early to make that fight for them. I do think that Boots still has more experience in his pedigree based on who he's fought. I think I seen some interview, I think, of Tim Bradley saying like, I think this is Zayas' last fight with Top Rank, so they're selling him out. I could kind of see that. I think Boots wins the fight, and I think he might be able to stop Zayas, and that's my opinion. But I think Zayas is a great fighter, man. I expect him to go there and go out on the shield at least for sure.
Nice. You know what? We all have that fight that you're like, man, this is the one I can't wait for, because I think it's going to be pay-per-view. I think it's going to be the one that sets me to stardom. You know, obviously, Terrence had it when he finally got Canelo. He had it obviously when he had Spence. What's that fight for you?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know, man. There's, like I said, there's so many good players. Like I said, there's so many guys I wanted to get in the ring with. Obviously, besides, Keyshawn and Shakur, I definitely want to get in the ring with Teofimo Lopez. I definitely want to get in there with Ryan Garcia. I want to make a fight out here in LA because we're both, SoCal boys. I think that would be great. Man, there's just so many fights, man. I think, I don't know. I think it really depends what I'm looking for. If I want to go there and, really hit the, hit the social media and, be all over the place, I think I want to fight Ryan Garcia. I think me knocking him out will buzz me everywhere. If I want to go legacy-wise, I think me knocking down Shakur will be great. I think me taking him out of the mix will be great. So it's just so many fights, man, that's what I love about the 140 to 147 now, or even 154, man, but 140, 147 specifically. There's so many big names and so many things that could happen. One fight, one can change everything for me.
How often do you think we will see you in the ring this year? Obviously, you fought in December. You said maybe June. How often will you get another one in before the year's out?
Oh, for sure, man. I'm planning to fight. I want to at least fight 3. So I'm planning to knock the first 2 guys out in the first round, and then we go for the next one. I'm gonna come out quick. I think so. I ain't worried about none of that. We're gonna go right back into it. I'm gonna knock them out 1-2 rounds, and then go call it a wrap and get my next fight in. I got to, man. I'm already behind on the year. I got to.
I love this. By this time next year, we're going to be saying Tito Mercado is what?
World champion for sure. I definitely see it. I'm ranked really high in the 2 sanctioning bodies, so I don't see why not. I know I'm only a couple fights away, and I think that is definitely makeable and possible.
Okay, at least they're playing a little video game. I'm down with the video game.
As we wrap this up, for the people watching this, and obviously the boxing nuts already know who you are, love who you are, but for the casual fan, give us a final word, what they need to know about Ernesto Tito Mercado.
Man, I think when you say Ernesto Tito Mercado, I think, well, if you're talking about to the fighters, they don't want to mention me because they scared me, right? But if you're talking about to the fans, man, you're going to see a guy that's explosive, that can punch, that can talk, good looking in the ring, don't get hit. There's just so many things, man, I think that boxing needs. I'm a true entertainer when it comes to the sport. When it comes down to my ring walks, I do something. When it comes down to trash talking, and the most important thing is anything I say, I talk, I always get it done. If I say I'm going to knock a guy out in 3 or 4, put your money on it because I'm going to knock him out in 3 or 4 because I got that type of, what these new guys saying now, aura. I got this new aura of, man, that I can go over there and I can make anything happen that I want to and I put my mind to. So, man, definitely stay tuned because I'm going to do some big things. And notice I said big thing. I'm not planning on doing it. I'm going to do it. And all these guys that I'm going to say I'm going to knock out, I'm going to do it. So I just can't wait, man, till it's my time. And I'm going to show everybody exactly who Tito Mercado is.
I love it. I love it. And listen, we can't wait to see you back in the ring in June. Folks, that's what we do here on The Last Stand. We bring you the biggest names.
Shout out to Brian Custer, man. I rock with Brian Custer hard. He always gives good interviews. You're gonna have to explain to me that 2 cents. I don't know nothing about that. Shakur being at Robert Garcia gym. I don't know when or nothing. I don't know nothing about that, Queen. But salute to you, D Free in the building. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Hope all is well. Said Ashley, I'm surprised Tito picked Boots. If you know, right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, usually people like him going, Tito is really objective. Salute to you. Yeah, I rock with Tito. Tito. He be realistic. You feel me? Like he said yes and no because he knows Shakur. He want to fight Shakur. He doesn't think it's gonna happen. Yes and no because he's no because he's wanting to fight the big names. See, you see that respect? He didn't say no. He's not gonna fight me because he's scared of me. That's something that Shakur would say about a fighter. So that's something Keyshawn would say about a fighter. He didn't say that shit. He didn't say that they scared. You feel me? He was like, yo, they ducking me. Then it sound like he's saying it because a lot of the fighters that he said that, they were scheduled to fight, when you seen who they fight, it's because they chose a better or bigger name than his name. But his name will never get bigger if people don't fight him. So somebody to get in ring with cuz. Salute to you, Lone Star in the building. What is good with you? Salute to you. Yes, sir. Definitely appreciate you for coming through. God be with you. Say Tito respects Carnage Dragon. Boots is maximum carnage in the ring. Yeah. That's what's up though. Like that's not really how they be like, regardless of how the outcome gonna be, they're gonna go with the other side. You feel me? With their side or whatever. Hold up. Salute to you. Say me neither. You talking to TD. But listen, I want to talk about Lomachenko real quick. Yes, sir. Gotta talk about this article right here that I seen. Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about this real quick, bro. Now, article says Vasily Lomachenko is reportedly planning to return from retirement this autumn in world title fight against Emmanuel Navarrete. Lomachenko has not fought since stopping George Kambosos Jr. in the 11th round in May 2024. He later stepped away from the sport, but reports now suggest the 3-weight world champion is prepared to come back between September and November. The comeback plan could begin with Navarrete, who currently holds the IBF and the WBO super featherweight title. A victory would give Lomachenko a major title straight away after nearly 2 years out of the ring. If Lomachenko beats Navarrete, the next target is Gervonta Davis, who remains one of the biggest fights available around lightweight. Lomachenko and Davis had previously been in talks for a unification fight in late 2024 before Lomachenko decided to pause his career. Oh, hold on, there's more to it. Oh, I gotta look at it on the screen, my phone. I take a screenshot of that. Former top-ranked executive Todd DeBuff previously said there had been a framework for a Davis fight, though no agreement was ever finalized. Lomachenko's deal with Top Rank expired on May 12th, making him a promotional free agent. Yeah, you can read it. Probably easier to read. But yeah. Now, yeah, Loma. Fight Navarrete. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. I thought Navarrete had to fight. Yeah, I thought he had a fight. He had a fight already. But he came in late, so he probably fight him and then try to fight Loma if this is true. If this is true, but a step aside will be all along. But okay, listen. Lomachenko, when you look at this shit, Lomachenko fight, I mean, if he come back and fight Navarrete, I believe, fights at 130. You understand? He fight at 130. He got those 2 titles that they're talking about at 130. So they're saying Lomachenko gonna come back, fight Navarrete. They're saying take his titles, and then fight Tank Davis. Tank Davis don't fight at 130. Could he possibly fight at 130? Sure. But I don't see him fighting Tank at 130 after he get 2 titles. Like, in my opinion, Lomachenko always, top rank Bob Arum, always tried to get this man to be undisputed, right? That's what it was all about, trying to get Lomachenko undisputed, and he kept failing at it. Over one thing or another through the weight classes, he just got titles, but he wanted undisputed. That's what he was trying to get at 135 for sure. And he failed at that. So why would he come back and his first fight be at 130? If he just left at 135, been gone since 2024, but he gonna come back at a smaller weight class? Look, I've been watching boxing for years, decades, but fighters don't really take off two some years and come back at a smaller weight class. They don't really do that. You feel me? But if he does, why would he fight Tank Davis right after getting 2 titles from Navarrete with the titles on the line? If he fight Tank Davis after fighting Navarrete, it's not going to be at 130, and the titles is not going to be on the line. He's going to be trying to get a fight with, in my opinion, it's going to be Shakur Foster. Navarrete fight at 130. If he got 2 titles, he got Shakur fights. Shakur Foster got a title at 130 and one other champion. Why would he fight and risk those 2 titles versus Tank Davis? If they fight, honestly, it'll be after Lomo's run for undisputed or some shit. It'll be after 3 fights. It'll be after he fight Navarrete, Shakur Foster, and he probably leave the last fight for that Consesi or whatever the hell that dude's name is. Like, I don't see Tank lose. I don't see Tank going down to 130. I mean, he could. It's very possible. But why would he put the 2 titles on the line versus Tank? It makes it very interesting if he went down there and did that. But I would see him, if he's down there, the guy that he gonna fight is Shakur Foster, because he's the person that will have that will give him another title after beating Navarrete. And because he got good footwork, he's gonna beat Navarrete. Navarrete is slow, like, bro. Regardless that he's small or not, the footwork is going to save him. He's going to beat Navarrete. If that's what he's doing, he's going to beat him. And then he's going to fight Shakur Foster. Why would he fight Tank Davis? I just don't see that. And if he does, I don't see it. I don't see his titles being on the line. That's my bottom line. I do not see him putting titles on the line that he just got. Like, that's the problem. Every time he about to get undisputed, he got some young athletic try to take his titles. It's about to be a repeat history, bro. You think Devin did it to you? Tank gonna take whatever the hell you got, bro. No, boy, he gonna skin graft your ass. He gonna take a little bit of DNA up off your ass. No bullshit. This ain't the same fight. I just don't see that. I see if they, and this is smart, and that's who he should fight. He should fight Tank Davis. But if he's gonna have a Navarrete fight straight out the gate, he's gonna fight Tank at 135 with his title not being on the line. You feel me? His title is not going to be on the line when he fights Tank Davis. If they fight, his title will not be on the line. I don't see that. Don't see it. What about? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on. I thought he was moving up to 130. I mean, I don't know. You thought who was moving up to 130? Everybody's already at 130. I mean, as far as Oshaki's at 130, the people that I just said is already at 130. Lomachenko left at 135. I think Ray eventually fights Loma. Then it's GT time. Ray Mortala, like, where does Ray Mortala come in at? I don't see that. Ray Mortala fight at 135. Why would they make an article? There's more than one article that's saying that he's going to fight some damn Navarrete coming back. Why start at 135 and then move? Like, bro, he's just doing this just for history books. He's doing it just for shits and giggles. If he come back and fight Navarrete for them 2 titles and then drop them and move up to 135 and then fight Raymond Mortala and Tank and everybody else, then he's just doing it for shits and giggles, bro. For real. Yeah, it don't make sense unless all the belts would be on the line from both divisions. Tank can fight 130, 135, and 140. We'll see what he's going to do. He look in shape. He's been looking in shape this whole time, but you're going to come back and fight Navarrete, get 2 titles, and then put them 2 titles up against Tank. Yeah, he gonna beat Navarrete, bro. They're going to beat Navarrete. If the title's on the line, yeah. Salute to you, Crush. What is popping with you, Unc? Yoda Wise in the building. What is popping? Comes up to 135, then about freaking time. Man, shoot. Unless that's the case, if he's coming up to 135, then he don't got 2 titles. Then what are they talking about in this article? Like, it just don't make total sense. It don't make good sense to me. You feel me? Just don't make good sense. But no, Tito Mercado, I meant to say this. Tito Mercado is ranked number 8 in the IBF. He's ranked number 6 in the WBO. Now, like I said, I see him fighting Emmanuel. And I didn't say it, but I'm saying it now. I see him fighting Emmanuel Vargas in his future. Emmanuel Vargas. That's who I see him fighting in his future. Emmanuel Vargas is ranked number 5 in the WBO, and Tito Mercado is ranked number 6. But they can fight. They can throw him Oscar Duarte, Adam Azim, Matias, Pulo. They're all ranked under the WBO in the top 10 or 15. So they need to get Cuz a fight. Now I wanted to talk about Shakur real quick. Before we get on to talk about Clarissa, Larissa. 147 for his punk ass bills. I wanted to say Shakur's reason for not staying at 140, man, and going back down 135. He said he was too small to stay at 140, and his natural fighting weight was at 135. Now, I wanted to say that he used to say, I'm going to remind people that Shakur used to say that Lomachenko should move back down to 130 because he's too small to fight at 135. Being that we've seen what Lomachenko did at 135, he really made a little mark at 135. He did his thing. But Loma is 5'7". He's listed at 5', feet 7 inches tall. He fought at 126 5 times. Then he moved up. Tank Davis is 5'5". He's 5 foot 5 inches. He had 3 fights at 126, and he moved up. Loma fought Devin at 135. Tank stopped Barrios at 140, and people demand that he moved up to 147 and fight Keith Thurman. But Shakur can be an opportunist, as one would say, and take a jab fest fight versus Tito at 140 and then move down because he weighs the same amount as Gary Russell at 140. Gary Russell weighs in at 136, 138 sometimes, damn near all the time, one or the other. He doesn't really weigh in at 139 or 140 at all. When he's been campaigning at 140, I believe, since the beginning of his career. Gary Russell isn't a big guy. Shakur Stevenson, I believe, weighed in at 138 versus Tito. Shakur Stevenson is listed 5'8", 5 feet, 8 inches tall. He campaigned at 126. He fought 11 times and then moved up. People that don't understand what I'm saying, it's obvious the man doesn't really want to challenge himself. He really wants to milk the game by pacifying the truth and gaslighting and lying and comparing himself and putting himself places where he actually don't belong and using people's ignorance against him. That's what he's been doing. Because a lot of casual fans don't really know stuff about boxing, but fighters make sure they keep certain things under a wrap until they slip up and say it. You really don't know. You feel me? But Gary Antoine Russell is probably the same size as Shakur Stevenson. He never fought at 126. Now, granted, Shakur Stevenson was smaller at that time. He was smaller when he started. You feel me? They were like the same size. Him and Tank was like the same size. And Tank started his career at 126. But like I said, Tank didn't have that many fights. He didn't campaign at 120. He had 3 fights at 126. He's the tallest out of the three fighters that I'm talking about, and the biggest. If what he's saying is actually a valid reason, then boxing would be a lot different. What he's saying is actually, he's acting like the things that people are asking for is impossible to do. Tito is not a big 140-pound fighter. He's not. They look like the same size. Tito and Shakur look the same size through the whole press conferences, through all the face-offs, through the weigh-in. They look the same size. It's not like you moved up to 140 and fought a big fighter. You didn't move up and fight Barrios. The smallest person out of the 3 isn't Lomachenko. It's Gervonta Davis. And he fought one of the biggest fighters at 140 that had a title, and he stopped him. You fought the smallest champion, because I think he's probably the same size as Gary Russell too. Tito probably is. He's just probably not as disciplined as Gary Russell. Like, I'm just being real. I'm just pointing out the obvious. If they can do it, why can't you? Yo, Canelo, the person he be talking, bro, he say he can beat everybody. Canelo's is the same height as this guy. Canelo's 5'8". He's listed as 5'8", just like you. After seeing what we seen with Bud was skinny as a mud. Bud fought, I think, at 135. Shit. The more he went up, the bigger he got. Devin, more he went up, the bigger he got. Everybody. You just don't want to stay. You don't want your body to conform to that shit. You don't want your body to actually grow like that. You want to keep it, you want to try to keep yourself small, but it's not, you're not fooling people, bro. Like, I don't believe that shit at all. You do not walk around 140 pounds or 140 anything. I don't believe you. Now, you used to making 135 pounds. It's not like you couldn't go in there and try to cut weight like you're making 135 and just was relaxed on it. You came in at 138. Okay, bet. So does Gary Russell. Gary Russell been campaigning at 140 and been making 136 and 138 comfortably his whole career. He fought people bigger than him. He fought people faster than him. Seemed like probably fought people stronger than him. When you look at boxing, this is mentality is a lot of this. It's not just your physical. It's your mentality. He got a great boxing mind. That's not what I'm saying. His mentality is not to challenge himself. He's opposite of David Benavidez. That's why when David was like, yo, just fight him at 140, he was like, you need to fight Usyk and then holler at me. You told David Benavidez to fight Usyk just because he said just fight him at 140? You just got a title at 140. Or fight him at 147, whatever, bro. Do it then. Like, for real, all of these fighters, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Tito, Rolly, Ryan, all of y'all are fighters that talked about each other like they wasn't shit back in the day when y'all first started your career. Now that y'all waited, bide your time, you got better, you got your money, you got some bread, you got accomplishments. Now it's time to fight each other. You got Devin ducking Rolly. You got Shakur Stevenson getting the title from Tito just by jabbing him, not taking any risks, not wanting to do anything more. And then not wanting to stay at the damn weight class. Knowing that you got Tito Machado that called you out your name to your face and wanted to fight. You ran to his inbox and told him you was going to spit on his mother. You told him that he can't make 135. It seemed like Keyshawn is going to leave the weight class for you to do your thug dizzle, and you don't want to do it. Crazy. It's crazy. He needs to stop bluffing. Shakur versus Gary. Let's get it. Let's get it. Salute to you, Lee Jackson, in the building. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Hold on. I need to make sure it's something real quick. Let me just see it. I graduated high school at 175. These niggas really downsizing themselves to make waves. And now you can basically tell that's what's going on. How you seen how Devin got to wrap himself up just to get down in weight. And then when he got up in weight, he blew the fuck up. In between weight, when we seen him, he blew the fuck like, God damn. You're downsizing. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You say you're doing whatever Tank actually does after trashing on Tank. Exactly. That's crazy. That's why people calling him a clown. That's the reason right there. That's the reason. Salute to you, Snacks B in the building. What is good with you? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Salute to you, Bubs. Salute to you, Ishmael. Shakur has never fought someone his size and bigger. Exactly. Him and Bud were weight Billy cherry pickers. Look, I always said, if you want to show me something, you want me to believe my eyes without somebody having a bad weight cut or this, that, and the third. You want me to believe this shit that people are saying? Fight somebody that you don't got all the advantages over. Fight somebody that mirrors you in technicality, or fight somebody that actually got speed and footwork and power. I need the triple threat. I need somebody that you don't have the reach advantage or the height advantage on. That's what I need. Fight somebody that mirrors yourself. And it's hard to do that because these are very skilled and good fighters. So then you got to fight somebody that you don't got any advantages over. You're never going to do that if you stay at 135. You're not going to do that if you don't stay at 140. You're not going to do it. And you know it. He also knows, and fighters will tell you this. Fighters will tell you this. The more you be defensive, the less you will get hit. You don't give nobody a chance to fight. You understand what I'm saying? Like, bruh, and that's why people are saying, calling him a hoe and all of these other names and saying he's scared to fight and he's real cautious and shit like that, because you don't even want to make it entertaining. That's how much you don't want to get hit. This is you wanted and chose to be a boxer, somebody that get everybody, and any boxer, any person would tell you this is boxing. Everyone gets hit. A fighter with a mentality that I like, if you don't like getting hit, then you should stop the fighter you're in there as soon as possible. But just like it's another sport. If you're not trying to hurt nobody, you might as well stay in the amateurs. That's what I'm saying. Like this is a new life. You got bare knuckle box. Like people want to see brutal shit. And I understand this is boxing and all of this shit, but if you are purposely just jabbing the whole fight, it's gonna make me think there's something wrong with your right hand. If nothing is wrong with it and the whole fucking fight you just did that, I'm like, it's hundreds of fighters that I can watch. Hundreds of fighters, and none of them do that. None of them do that. Shakur versus Devin right now. But you right, he doesn't want to challenge himself, and that's why he don't fight. Right. You don't want to challenge himself. You don't believe in yourself or something? What is it? Shakur be capping. You can see in his face, he gets chubby. Right. Oh, come on, bro. You walking around 140 something? Yeah. When he dropping that belt for little bro. I don't know when he doing it. And people want to fight him too. And he just, like Raymond Mortala coach said that he don't want to, said that they too big and they're going to move up to 140. He said, well, the fight don't make sense unless it's at 135. See how you want him to be at a disadvantage if you're going to fight him? That's the whole ass shit that people be talking about. That's the whole ass shit people be talking about. Keeping it real. Actually believe it. Because he said it. Exactly. Yes, when is he dropping that belt? Exactly. When you dropping it for key. Other fighters say she was capping. They don't want to entertain internet, social media, spitboxing champions. Spitbox. I got more followers than you. Did you see the post? I love boxing, but boxing is dead. Don't box if you scared to get hit. Right, exactly. You get millions of dollars to do this. We should be able to criticize the way you're fighting. We should be able to criticize the way you're fighting. Like, real talk. He probably had something in his right glove and didn't really want to hurt Tito. Jeez. Pity pat shots that scored. You say, yeah. That's man. It's. I'm just saying, bro. If you're not trying to hurt nobody, you might as well stay an amateur. You might as well stay. And if you really don't got no grip strength like that, if you don't hit like that, and to compensate that you don't have punching power, you're just gonna punch less and just move out of the way. Like, it's just that's not a top fighting style that I would like to see at all. Not a top fighter style that I would like to watch. The Bud Crawford statement, right? Ugh. They be having magic gloves over there. Puff the magic glove, man. Everybody see. Yo, okay. All right, let's get to this whole Clarissa stuff that people's been talking about. Hold on, let me make sure. Oh yeah, I wanted to play how Jamel looked real quick, but hold on. It's all right. I don't need to play it. Jamel, bruh. Jamel's looking real good on the mitts, bruh. He looking real good on the mitts. I'm gonna play this comedian video real quick. He funny. I knew it. I knew it was a video. Ad. That's why I hit mute. I knew what time it was. I was ready.
Just when you thought it was safe to go outside, Clarissa Shields then got banned from the thing. She slapped Alycia Baumgartner. Y'all got to chill, man. I was watching. I saw the video. I was looking at some of the comments. Some of y'all were like, "Well, how you expect her to keep her cool? She a boxer. She's also an adult. She's a grown woman and a professional. Boxing is not just about fighting. Boxing is about discipline. And boxing is about boxing. It's also about putting gloves on and doing that in the ring, not being outside, not in a professional setting. I like Clarissa, but dang, we got to learn. Don't let nobody get you mad to the point where you mess up the bag. You gonna mess around and go broke with it, because people talked about Layla Ali. Y'all had y'all back and forth. Layla Ali ain't come slap you.
Hey.
Don't get to the point where people start saying, well, you not invited here and you can't be here, because a part of success, a huge part of success, is being in the room. That's the huge part of success. Being, BINDEING, being in the room. Sometimes, man, there's a lot left on the table if you can't be in the room. Just saying. Might want to slap people. Hey, people we want to slap too. I'm talking about good, get a running start on the slap. It's supposed to go to their job. And his co-workers they want to slap. Sometimes you want to slap your boss. I know I had a couple of
them. Yo, his ass is funny, but he had a point. Bro had a point. All right, let's move on. Hold up. Let's move on. We're moving.
Just keep going with you.
Exactly. He's still fighting to the end. I fight over there. I got
a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Watching news, the whole incident with Clarissa and Alycia Baumgartner.
She got it.
Do you think things like that should be handled in the ring or the courtroom?
Well, they'll never fight in the ring because Clarissa is bigger than
There's no weight class in the middle you think they can meet at?
Now, you see, the only reason why I played this is because a lot of people are dead set on them fighting each other. And y'all are showing you casual, but like, bro, they're not going to fight each other, bro. They would have already did it if they were going to fight. Yo, it's like the Tank Davis, like Devin shit. They're too far of weight. Like, they can't, there's no way they're going to meet in the middle, bro. How the hell? Y'all, they was talking about people meeting in the middle that weigh more than Alycia Baumgartner, and they didn't. They were like, I don't know how it's going to work with her and Michaela Mayer. Michaela Mayer want to say they want to meet her at 160, and she probably won't do it. Why do y'all think that they can just fight each other? The shit is crazy, yo.
Don't make sense.
That never happened. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. I mean, that was disappointing to me.
It's all theatrics.
You know.
Yeah, and they was mad that they didn't get the, the negativity out of that Virgil didn't like the shit. Virgil ain't gonna like it. He an older man. Why the fuck would he like it? Let's just be real. Yeah, he's funny, bro. He's funny. Salute to you, Don Drickham in the building. What's good with you? Hold up. She's cool. You tripping. Shooter King looked like Chris Tucker cross. He was wild. Salute to you, Jab Queen in the building. What is good with your queen? What's popping? What's popping? The 5-star general. I said from the jump at the fight, make no sense. Not like no, you ain't a casual. Regardless of how much you be sarcastic and say you're a casual. You don't sound like one. People really trying to say that she should have fought back and tried to get through the people. Like, bro, y'all ever met a classy woman? For the guys that said that, have y'all ever met a classy? She got like a dress on that's tight and short and leather. It looked like heels, looking good. She's working at an event. You wanted her to try to get a running start and like bust Hulkamania through 2 men to try to get to Clarissa is ridiculous. And people arguing that shit is straight up ridiculous. You showing what type of people you know, what type of people you hang around. No way. She wouldn't have got to Clarissa. All she would have did is let the 2 men in front of her feel any part of her body that they wanted to. They would have felt her ass up for nothing. She wouldn't have got to her. They would have touched all over her ass just to do it. They would have did it just to do it. No, y'all don't know nothing. She's not going to fight through the 2 men no, that's not how you do that, bro. So that was the wrong answer. But a lot of people immediately was like, oh, I was taught that you get your lick back. No, bro, this ain't the time to get your lick back. This not the time to fight through that bitch. This is not the time. Yo, you's wildin'. Hold on. All right, hold up. I wanted to play Nakisa's statement first. Am I going to play Nakisa's statement first? Because honestly, heard his statement first anyway. Because they ghetto, they don't understand separating business in the hood. All right, hold up. Let's screen share Nakisa. Oh, I meant to. Did I timestamp this shit? I meant to timestamp this. Yes, I did. I did.
He had a very busy week last week.
55 and Conor.
What if you could make a song using only your voice?
Was coming.
$85, like, I don't. Is that? I honestly, it made no sense to me.
Running third here, but I do want to ask you about what happened with Clarissa Shields and Alycia Baumgartner. Bit of an ugly scene, and MVP has since come out and said that Clarissa is banned from attending MVP events. And not that long ago, there were some talks about her fighting on an MVP card or, being co-promoted or something like that. And so what could you tell us about what happened and the aftermath? Is this a lifetime ban? Are you saying you don't want to ever work with Clarissa, or is this something that can be fixed? What can you tell us about this?
I would say we worked very hard to try to convince Clarissa to sign to MVP. And I think she was pretty open that we did a great job in terms of how we presented to her, in terms of the opportunity. But, she called me one day and said, I'm getting a $3 million offer to sign to Salida and Win Records. And I said, great. Like, I can't justify that number. You should 100% do that. Congratulations. You've set a new bar for a signing bonus within women's sports. Since then, we've worked hard to develop a great relationship, and we've had very positive communication, in-person meetings, just like great understanding between us. I had not talked to Clarissa since the Shadeja Green fight. She reached out to me, posted, but I thought she was very disrespectful in terms of the way that she was communicating online when a fighter that I cared deeply about, but just any fighter, was on the floor unconscious, being rushed in an ambulance to the hospital, and ultimately had a brain injury. That was not cool, and it really made me think maybe Clarissa and I have gotten too close. I didn't see Clarissa on Saturday.
Let me rewind this part, because this
I think this was not cool.
Is saying that
she was very disrespectful in terms of the way that she between us. I had not talked to Clarissa since the Shadeja Green fight. She reached out to me, posted, but I thought she was very disrespectful in terms of the way that she was communicating online when a fighter that I cared deeply about, but just any fighter, was.
He said the way she was communicating online was bad.
On the floor, unconscious, being rushed in an ambulance to the hospital, and ultimately had a brain injury. That was not cool, and it really made me think maybe Clarissa and I have gotten too close. I didn't see Clarissa on Saturday night. I did hear about what happened after it happened. She was a guest of the event, and she was a guest in a Netflix specific VIP invite only area.
Okay, what it sounds like he is saying is that they didn't invite Clarissa. Netflix invited Clarissa because Clarissa has a movie. Like I said, they know who she is. So he's saying Netflix had their own VIP section and MVP had their own VIP section. He's saying that Clarissa Shields was invited to the Netflix side of the VIP section. That's what he's saying.
And for that to happen reflects poorly on MVP, reflects poorly on women's sports, on sports as a whole. And there's no doubt there was a back and forth conversation between her and Alycia. But nobody raised a hand other than Clarissa. So for us, I would have hoped she would have come out with an apology, but she didn't. She actually texted me that night and said, like, I had a great time. Thank you so much. I didn't respond, confused that what had happened, and that was the text that I had gotten. And I'm disappointed that this is what has had to have happened. But if you're gonna conduct yourself that way in a non-fight week setting, I've seen a lot of people be like, you didn't ban Mike Tyson when he slapped Jake Paul. They're about to fight.
And that's the
we're not going to ban Mike Tyson.
That's the bottom line. When people, and then when I made that video and I said, when does this happen? It never happens. People immediately thought about men and was like, it always happens. See, you don't know nothing about boxing. If y'all want to put these two women in the male conversation in that list, then put Clarissa on the pound for pound list. And if that doesn't make sense, then you don't make sense. We're talking about two women. A lot of people that don't know how to have a conversation, they love forgetting what the topic is or who we're talking about. We're talking about two specific people. We're talking about two specific. When does this happen? When do women slap each other? Like, when does it happen? It doesn't happen like that. And I said, in probably 1.1% of the time. So yeah, it's happened before, maybe once ever, but never like this, bro. They're 40 pounds and some change in between each other in weight classes. The fight will never happen. You heard what Virgil Hunter said. You heard what both fighters said it's not going to happen. Both of them said it at one point in time, the fight ain't going to happen. Like, people need to let that shit go. I understand how us as citizens think of stuff, and you're right when you're talking about us, about you and a stranger on the street, but we're talking about two professional fighters. It's not the same, because if just saying, you know what, we haven't got that far yet, but what he just said is facts. When people slap each other, that's the only time they do is when they're in the same weight class or they already scheduled to fight each other, and they usually be men. 99.9% of the time or 100% of the times they be men that be but this ain't the UFC. They don't be slapping the shit out of each other when they see somebody that they want to fight, that they not scheduled to fight or had negotiations to fight yet. They don't happen. This ain't the UFC. A lot of these casual fans be getting the sport mixed up.
The commission may step in and say, you're going to get fined, but we certainly don't ban fighters for having animosity towards each other during fight week. That's why if you saw a release, it says there's a time and place for the banter and for the hostilities at a press conference even, right? Sometimes that's what helps sell the fight. There was no fight here. There was a bunch of celebrities, athletes, influencers, Netflix executives, MVP employees, and something happened that shouldn't have happened. And I hope Clarissa takes responsibility for it. And there's a path to having her at our events again. You know, she's one of the greatest boxers of all time in terms of terms of a talent, and it's a shame.
And I want to say, when it comes to whatever disrespect that anybody remembers MVP giving towards Clarissa, I don't think it came from this guy right here on the screen. I think Nikisha and her were pretty cool. I remember her saying Nikisha's name, his name, in a positive way a couple of times. She don't ever talk good about Jake. Jake, I believe, this is the co-founder of MVP. I just wanted to clear it up. I don't think he did anything to make Clarissa Shields mad as far as the things that Clarissa Shields was talking about that MVP did. I think that doesn't have. I don't think she means him, is what I'm saying, because I think they're cool.
That this has transpired.
Very last thing, May 30th, El Paso. Why should people watch?
It's 4 back-to-back world championships.
But yes, we're gonna play this. We're gonna play her interview real quick. We're gonna play her interview, of course. Is politics ash? They smile in each other's face and do F shit. Yo, a lot of people, and you know, Queen, a lot of people are like that in life. people that's married to each other do that in life without the politics. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, though. She keep his name in her mouth. Yeah. I don't think he did anything to her. You know what I mean? Exactly, as she doesn't. She means Jake, and Jake said he never met her in person. And if that's true, that's wild. Damn, he never met her in person. That sounds like some Ryan Garcia and Tank shit. Like he never met him in person or spoke to him, but he a bully and shit like that. That shit crazy as a mug. Salute to Rick Timms in the building. What is good with you, sir? Definitely appreciate you coming through. Hold up. I'm missing anybody else. Salute to Zach B in the building. What is good with you? Let me straight. I want to play what Chris Shields, of course, said what she had to say. But before I actually play it, I want to read. I believe she texted something. She wrote something on X or something like that. Hold up, I have it.
The number of.
All right, is this the beginning? I don't even know if this is the whole video or not of Clarissa saying this or whatever. But I know I have. Here it is. Now, this is what she wrote. I believe she wrote this on X. It's the first thing she wrote about the situation after MVP banned her, I believe. It says, now to MVP, y'all tried to sign me. I declined. You cannot ban me from a place I didn't want to be. I can go fight anywhere in the world tomorrow. So anyone who think this weak-ass ban matters, it doesn't. Those false statements will be addressed too. Y'all fighters threaten me and then playing victim is insane. MVP, y'all lying on me is nothing new. Since you guys came out the gate, nothing but disrespect. Calling y'all fighters the real GOAT, overlooking my accomplishments, trying to erase my hard work in women's boxing, and constantly trying to assassinate my character with lies. Okay. Now I'm going to play her video because this is all part of her statement. Now, as far as her statement, what I just read, she can feel like that. Of course, that everybody feels the way they feel. There's a reason why they said what they said and did what they did. Of course, we're all adults. She can say whatever whatever she feels. You know what I'm saying? And that's how she feels. But we're gonna get down to what she has to actually say. You know what I mean? Because this right here is just how this is an initial feeling straight off the bat. You know what I mean? But this right here, this video right here, she wrote stuff down, and this is how she really feels. So this is what we're gonna break down, not what she wrote on Twitter. But I had to reference that before her video. Let's get it.
Of promotions that exist in the world, MVP does not run boxing. So let's wrap that shit up. I'm not banned from boxing. Actually, I have a huge fight announcement coming soon. So we're going to start with that. Yes, and I am boxing. I'm definitely women's boxing for sure. Now, I'm not going to get into too much of the situation that happened, since folks on the press charges, whatever the case may be. But I will say this, both of MVP and Baumgartner's statements were lies. That is defamation of character. For those who saw the video of Baumgartner threatening me, telling me I'll beat your ass right now, biatch, that is a threat. So therefore, you saying everything that happened was completely unprovoked.
All right. Now, the whole threat thing, because she said because if you're a citizen and in certain states, that's a threat for you to do whatever to a person. But it's not the same. The law isn't the same actually for professional fighters and shit. It's just not. It's just not. And if it was, you know what I mean? Or maybe there's unspoken agreements or something. I have no idea. But what I do know is that hundreds of boxers say that they're going to beat their ass. And they probably, some of those fighters aren't in the same weight class, and they're definitely not scheduled to fight. But they definitely say that they're going to beat their ass. We see that that's something that's a natural occurrence in boxing. It's in any point of history. Fighters say that they're going to whoop each other's ass. Like, so her saying it's a threat, especially like this is the same girl that said all of that stuff about Layla Ali. I still didn't know that she said all that stuff until Layla Ali showed it. It's so much footage about her dissing the girls on MVP and dissing other female fighters. Like, it's hard for me to even to allow her to say, like, bro, how you even, it doesn't matter that she said that. It really doesn't. It really isn't. It's just like if she was a Karen, she would have been in handcuffs. If Alycia Baumgartner was a Karen, she would have been in handcuffs that night. Just being real. They're just being real. But they're fighters. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody called the authorities on her. None of that shit. You look at Devin. What happened with Devin? Devin Haney did what in the event when what happened to Brian Norman Jr.? What did Devin do? Was Devin Haney the person that jacked up Brian Norman Jr.? Or was it Devin's security? This is a real question. Was it Devin Haney that did anything to Brian Norman Jr.? Because you know he got in trouble for that shit. You know that he was banned from that place and some other place because this happened again. It just didn't get caught on camera. A scuffle happened in between them and the security guard again. Later on that day or the next day or some shit at the hotel. They got banned from the hotel and they got banned from that certain venue or arena in New York City. They're banned from that. Devin Haney is banned, and he did what? He didn't even do anything. His security did it, but he got banned. He got banned. After that, what happened recently? Devin Haney did what to Tiger Johnson? What did he do to Tiger Johnson? What did he do? But who went to jail? Devin Haney. And people are really crying about this. Like, it is so messed up that she got banned. Bruh. Devin went to jail and admitted it. He went to fucking jail and he didn't even touch Tiger Johnson. This nigga was on camera, evidence that he wasn't touching the nigga at the time that he got jumped. So maybe they think that he touched him after that because he got jumped more than once. But at the same time, what did Devin do on camera? He went to jail. He didn't even do anything. And he went to jail. When they did what they did to Brian Norman Jr., he didn't do nothing to him or his pops. And he got banned. Clarissa Shields is on camera. She is on camera slapping her. And then admitted it. rubbed it in. And y'all are mad that she got banned and then calling me names because I talked about it. I didn't make the ban happen. We got to keep it real. She didn't get arrested. Let's continue. We just got to keep it real. What happened to Devin?
That's a lie. We all know that MVP statement is always going to be to paint me out to be a bad person, to have bad character, to come after, to assassinate my character. We know that MVP does that. MVP tries to trigger me every chance they get, tries to pick at me. I mean,
now, like I said earlier, who the hell is MVP but a promotional company? It sounds like you are getting to know what it feels like to be Tank Davis. How many times has a promotional company messed with Tank Davis' name? And he didn't even sue. And it was really literally trying to mess with his money. This right here ain't stopping shit because she ain't signed the MVP anyway. And like she said in the text on Twitter, she don't want to be there any damn way. You don't want to be there any cop picking way. So what the fuck does it matter? Huh? MVP ain't nothing. They nothing but a promotional company. And their job, Clarissa, is to promote their fighters. At the same time, you are dissing their fighters. But you are mad and talking about, oh, they keep antagonizing me. You keep talking about their fighters. They're a promotional company. They doing their job. You talking about fighters that's not even in your weight class just to do it. I'm just being real. They're a promotional company. Promotional companies make other fighters look bad. Yep, that's their job. That's part of it. That's a tactic that a lot of companies do. Yep. They will calm down on it though if you will calm down. I guarantee it. Now you call them all B's. You say everybody over there is the B word. Everybody over there sucks. But you mad that the promotional company fighting back. You making it a promotional company bigger than what it is, Clarissa. It's just a company. It's just a promotional company. What are they doing to your brand though? That you're not doing to yourself, to your own damn brand.
Literally came out the gate. When MVP first came out the gate, announcing that they were a promotion, they came out the gate calling Amanda Serrano the real GWOAT. And all through the comment section on that post, all you seen was the GWOAT is Clarissa Shields. The GWOAT is Clarissa Shields. I had to literally send them paperwork and tell them, stop using GWOAT. That is trademarked, is owned, it's mine, it's me. They thought that they were just going to come out the gate and just take my whole identity and push the little black girl from Flint to the side and didn't know that my brand was strong. My brand was strong. My fans were loud and they couldn't come over and take over women's boxing and do nothing. So now that we're speaking on that.
That's a fact. Clarissa made them stop using that term and they stopped. And I think Amanda Serrano wrote something to her saying that she's the real GWOAT and wrote it to Twitter. I remember seeing it on Twitter saying that she's the real GWOAT and she liked the comment. But of course, this was a couple years ago.
How they came out the gate just disrespecting me, I never really liked the whole MVP thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I was like, whatever, because the GWOAT gonna keep doing what the GWOAT do. And Salida Promotions has always backed me, always given me a big platform. And I have traveled the world beating girls down. 5 different weight classes. 5. 18-0, undefeated. All unanimous decisions. And then we have to remember that some of my career, I was doing MMA too. So this whole thing with MVP, they came out the gate trying to antagonize me, trying to erase me, trying to assassinate my character. And this has been going on for a very long time. It didn't just start with this. So now that I'm looking at statements and
now that we know that this seems like, well, we don't know, but it seems like the company is ran by two people. That's the only people that's stepping up and saying anything. Is the man we just watched is the co-owner, co-founder, and then is Jake Paul. It seems like you and the co-founder was cool up until recently, or you know what I'm saying? So you can't be talking about him back. We're talking about years ago. He's saying she's talking about right out the gate. Now, out the gate, Jake Paul was who he was. Before Jake Paul started this MVP shit, she had already got her wires crossed with Jake Paul. She had already said that she'll beat up Jake Paul. Let's remember that part. She had already said that she'll beat his ass or want to spar him or some shit like that. She had already got her wires crossed with Jake Paul. So when Jake Paul made the company official and he had the promotional company, no, he wasn't doing no favors. Speaking nicely about Clarissa Shields. Nope, she's right.
I'm seeing people lie. It's okay because I'm not going to handle it with the law. I'm going to handle it with the court.
Now, yeah, the only thing she could mean is that she don't want to press charges to make somebody go to jail, but she probably gonna make them stop doing something, or she wants some money basically to even say something like that, because the law is the law in the court. I know everybody knows the same damn thing, but whatever. Salute to Ishmael in the super chat. Definitely appreciate you in the super chat. Says salute promotion, or was that what it is? His marketing Clarissa as a delusional black woman. Dang, this is damn strategic. She had insecurity issues since the Olympics. Damn. She sounds like a little Floyd. That's funny. Hold on, you talk big Tim's typo. Okay, I got you, Salita. I got you. MVP controls the narrative. I mean, not with you. You feel me? That's just, maybe with some people, I guess. But women already know who the best fighter is Clarissa. Like, that's why people are looking at this situation, because Clarissa, is not part of MVP, and that's where all the women at. Nikisha set up Clarissa by inviting her to the event, and Clarissa fell for it. They are all wild. Dang, Nikisha, Alycia, and Clarissa. Jeez, bruh. Jeez, they keep using GOAT name for the clout. They can't use it no more. If the court is the law and vice versa. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see what evidence she brings to court. I wonder if she gonna bring her tweets too. Damn, I know somebody gonna bring them tweets. You know what it is. This nigga who talking about the Olympics don't know what the fuck you talking about. Oh shit. Cora definitely will tap that nigga respectfully. Clarissa. Clarissa. Hold up. All right, let's continue.
Y'all going to get sued for defamation of character. All of y'all up over there. So y'all need to get y'all check.
All right, why?
Books ready. Now that we're talking about that.
So that's what she was talking about. When she said the court, she meant civil suit instead of a lawsuit.
Because I have to go to my notes. I want to make sure that I hit this stuff. Not Nikisa lying, saying that I celebrated Shadaysha Green having a brain bleed.
Yeah, I know. If you read into it, that's probably what you got out of it, or what somebody could get out of it. But he was careful with what he said. If you ask me, I think he was kind of careful with his word choices. He didn't really say you celebrate. He didn't use the word celebrate at all. He said your actions. That could mean anything. Or he said basically something broad. He did not zero in and say that you celebrated the brain bleed. He said it perfect. You cannot get Nikisa. I guarantee you can't. I guarantee never Neverland will you get him for saying that.
For all y'all who are boxing fans, what have they been promoting for the past year and a half? They've been promoting that Shadaysha Green can beat me in a fight.
They trying to make the fight. That's promotion. They trying to make the fight. They work. Come on, bro. Are we doing this right now? Huh? That's why isn't this why Adrian Broner was like, shut the fuck up. That soft shit. You ain't with me. Isn't that why Adrian Broner said you ain't with me? Set that soft shit up. Huh? Yeah. Isn't this what we do? Isn't this what they do? You do not run boxing, bro. Meaning, when somebody need to do their job, if it's against you, they're going to do it. Do you understand me? That's what this is. When it comes down to any fighter going against another fighter, if the other fighter is signed to a promotional company, which usually they are, that promotional company will say whatever and do whatever to make the fight more interesting. And they definitely going to take sides with their fighter. Now, I know it hurts when somebody says it's like Bud Crawford. Like Bud used to hate when people used to say that he will lose. You know what I mean? He'll call you names for that shit. You feel me? He'll say he'll beat you up for that shit. I remember when he was threatening Tank because Tank said that Earl was going to beat him. I remember he was on Twitter threatening Tank. I mean, he said something. I don't remember what he said. The Charlos threatened Tank. So, I mean, come on now. They don't look at it as that he threatened me and I can use that to do this and that. Like it don't really go down like that, especially when you was the one talking. But regardless if both of these people are at an event, regardless if both of them is in two different sections on the same floor, y'all as adults being that, especially since y'all both dress very nice, you're both in your stiletto heels, pumps, whatever, with your dresses on and shit. Why would you want to fight each other right then and there? Why would you start an altercation or make a scene? Why would you do anything but enjoy the company, enjoy your day? Why would you do anything but that? You feel what I'm saying? So I think regardless of that they was in the same room or not, this wasn't really called for. They didn't have to say anything to each other. She didn't have to keep it real and stand on business and go over there and say what she had to say. None of it had to happen, for real, for real. And if it did have to happen, it didn't have to happen in the VIP lounge. For real though.
Knocked me out. Shadaisha Green better than me. You got Jake Paul at one of her press conferences saying, yeah, she'll knock her the fuck out. So now that this has happened, first of all, I watched the Shadaisha Green and Lonnie Daniels fight, which, rewind, they have also been saying that all the girls I've been fighting been easy. I've been handpicking them. Like I gotta handpick somebody who I.
Yeah, and has they been saying the same thing versus Tank Davis? Y'all gotta think about Tank when she's complaining this whole. Yeah, that's a fact. They was face to face when she got threatened, and then people got between them, and then she slapped her. Yes, that's exactly what happened. That's an absolute fact, boss.
I can easily beat. I gotta handpick them so I can make myself look good. They've been saying for a year that I'm scared of Shadaisha. She'll beat me in the fight, all this bull crap. But instead of Shadaisha fighting me after I got done fighting Franchon, she goes and fight Lonnie. Which I was like, why y'all doing that? I let y'all know. Y'all was saying I was scared of Shadaisha and I was ducking her. So now I'm letting y'all know after I get done with this, I want her. Let's go. Let's get it booked. No, they go and fight against Lonnie Daniels. So I'm watching the fight live. I know Lonnie Daniels is heavy-handed. To make this story short, Lonnie Daniels TKO Shadaisha ass in the 9th round. Okay? I'm watching it live. As I'm watching it live, I'm commentating. I'm making videos. All of a sudden, after she gets beat or whatever, probably like 30 minutes, 40 minutes after the fight, they're announcing on TV that she had a brain bleed. So why is Nikisa making it seem like I was celebrating her having a brain bleed if no one knew she had a brain bleed? Come on now. Like me out of all people, I know how serious boxing is. I've dealt with concussions. I haven't had no brain bleed. Thank God for that. But I've dealt with concussions. I know that we can die in there. But for Nikisa to let the words spill out of his mouth.
And that's the thing. He never said those words. He never said those words, bro. Now, that's the question is him not being a fighter. Can he sue you for you saying that he said those words? If we really want to be technical and petty as a bit. She doing the same defamation of character suing shit to 50 Cent. Jesus.
Say that I was celebrating Shadesha, who he cares about very deeply.
Which is going nowhere because you can't sue 50 Cent for what he said or whatever it did. It was already out there known. If anything, she can sue Maserati Bud if she want to go through that.
Losing after knowing she had a brain bleed. Nobody knew when we was watching Shadesha get her ass whooped that she had a brain bleed. Nobody knew that. So, since we all so smart, let's go on Google and see what do you have to do to see if you have a brain bleed. It's testing involved. Like, you can't look at somebody and say, that's a brain bleed. Absolutely not.
Her point is saying that
I'm about to go to my notes on this because
I hate when people
lie on my...
But, brother, we know you didn't know because it just happened. And then you wrote those tweets immediately. We know you didn't know. Nobody knew. She didn't know. The doctor didn't know. Nobody knew but God what was going on with her until she got checked out. Your tweets came in before that, so I don't know why she's making this point. We already know.
On my character, bro. So basically, you have to go and get a CAT scan, a CT scan, for them to tell you how big the brain bleed is, how serious it is. She had a brain bleed that was a 9 millimeter, and they didn't have to give her no surgery. She had to stay sedated for, I think they said 24 hours. So anybody who's watching the fight, we don't know that as we're watching the fight live, like many of us do, us streamers, us broadcasters, that during the fight, she has a brain bleed. We just know that she went through medicals, she made it through medicals, she fought, and she lost. So don't make it seem like I was coming at Shadesha or making fun of her having a brain bleed and possibly could have died. That's not who I am. So for Nikisa to have as many conversations as he's had back and forth with me, and I thought that we were kind of cordial, don't go around lying on my character like that. And this is not the first.
I just want to say she's admitting that they were kind of cordial. Like, they were cool. Wasn't nothing wrong. The person she don't like is Jake Paul.
Time y'all have done that. And Alycia put this in her bum ass statement too. Talking about and she celebrated a fighter who had no, I didn't. And guess what? What the hell does that have to do with the situation that happened between you and I? Nothing. Just adding stuff to try and assassinate my character. It has been going on for so long. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous from them. And they continue to do it. Now, like I said, this whole paid hate train, they got everywhere with pictures of me with the word banned on it. I'm not banned from boxing. They banned me from coming to their weak ass events that I don't want to go to anyway. They invited me. I was going to go see the great Ronda Rousey. Get up out of here. Get up out of here with that.
Man, I'm sorry. Just because she said great, I gotta say something, man. Ronda Rousey bent some cheeks to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I didn't argue with so many people about this. I told people 4, 5, 6, 7 fights before, probably 4 or 5 fights before she got stopped that her ass can't fight. I don't give a damn. Submitting people and fighting is 2 totally different things, my guy. Totally different things. They're 2 totally different things, bro. She's a good submission artist, and she only can do one. She only does the arm bar. There's like 20, 30. It's a bunch of different ways to submit a person, bro. She does one of them continuously until she fucking get. And honestly, I could have got rich off of that. I just didn't give a fuck. I knew she was going to submit this girl within a minute. I knew it because that's all she was not going to risk getting punched or embarrassed at all by Gina. She was going to continue to try to submit like she did her whole entire career. The one time that she tried to stand up and fight, she got knocked out. She tried the second time and got knocked out and retired. Okay. That's her career. Her ass could not fight. You can't show me one time she striked somebody unless she was already on top of them on the ground. She never threw a damn kick her entire damn career. I'm not trying to hear shit, bro. Not trying to hear shit she can't fight. Ain't nothing great about Ronda Rousey. Little ass.
So I wanted to address that because I'm not finna keep letting them put stuff on my name. I had to send them paperwork for them to stop using Glow. How are y'all going to promote y'all?
Now, I just read Alycia Baumgartner's statement. She said that pattern from someone who has publicly celebrated other fighters' brain injuries. And this, yeah, she used the word celebrated. Damn, I ain't mean to do Clarissa like that.
Whole promotions off of Clarissa Shields, but y'all hate Clarissa Shields.
Yo, that's what they do to Tank Davis.
Banned.
They do that to Gervonta Davis, bruh. The whole time. You remember the guy that you was like, oh, he hit women? I watched him do it. I just didn't do shit, but I'm saying something now. He hit women, bruh. He hit women. I was there. I seen him do it. You the same person. The same, you're finally feeling what the fuck you've been feeling for like 7 years, bro. It's been a long time coming for him. He's been dealing with this shit forever.
From MVP events.
He ain't smacked nobody.
Until further notice, whatever that shit is, who cares? MVP is nothing but a promotional company. I'm signed to Selena Promotions and Win Records. Look at this person. I am not signed to MVP. And guess what? There's not one girl on the MVP roster that can beat me in a fight. That's what they're mad about. They pop all that stuff. Shadesha was their only hope that they had. And she lost, got knocked out by a girl in the 9th round. And this is the same girl, Lonnie Daniels, who I beat unanimously with.
Am I wrong to say this is their attempt to try to work with Clarissa? This is their attempt to try to make money with Clarissa by trying to make a fight interesting with Clarissa versus one of the MVP women? Am I crazy for looking at the glass half full instead of half empty like she is doing? Just a question.
2 torn shoulders.
I just was a budgeting app.
We have to remember, she said they wanted him. Nakisha said they tried to make a deal with her. They wanted her part of MVP. She declined.
Have to be explained, but it do. Because I just can't keep letting people go around lying on me. It's really getting out of hand. And then they've been doing this. Like, Jake is mad that back in the beginning, when I started my MMA career, that I said that I wouldn't fight on the undercard of him. Guess what, Jake? It's been 5 years since I said that, 2021. And the fact still remains.
I didn't.
I will never fight on the undercard of a Jake Paul. And I'm still going to get my $8 million deal. I'm still going to sell out 18,000 seat arenas. I don't need MVP. I don't need Jake Paul. I don't need y'all. I don't need y'all. Nobody on y'all stable is making the money that I make. Selling out the arenas that I'm selling out. And then y'all want to keep trying to attack me and bother me. That's crazy. And all this whole thing that I'm a bully, I have been professional in boxing 10 years. I turned professional 2016. So yes, 10 years. I have never had no incidents happen between me and no other boxers. So all this whole
listen, she's kind of right and wrong at the same time, because it wasn't in between her and another boxer. But I remember when your cousin, the girl that looked like a stud, got into it with your opponent at the weigh-in or something like that. Your opponent's coach, and he got into her face. He disrespected her. And later on that day or the next day, he got knocked what they call the F out and was blood leaking from him. And that was from your team, Clarissa. That was from your team. And you had to make an apology, I think, about it or whatever. And it messed up your bread for that particular time or whatever. You admitted to this shit. I think Adrian Broner clowned you or a little bit or whatever. You need to get the person that messed up your bread or some shit like that. Yeah. So, I mean, you kind of right. You feel me? But when it comes to you and your opponents, y'all be, respectable. To a fault, to a certain point, y'all about to fight each other. It's not going to be all respect. The things you saying could be, just fighter talk, saying, yeah, I'm gonna beat you up, you ain't nothing, all this other stuff. That's just how you feel. You know what I mean? That's boxing.
whole thing that I'm a bully, and it's been plenty of them who done talk stuff to me, from men to other women. This is the only incident that I've had. So to go around and say that I'm a bully, I'm not no bully. I stand up for me. I try to go around respecting everybody, but others just don't have no respect. Now that we're talking about no respect, y'all in boxing, right? I keep telling all of y'all, the girls that box, whatever, keep the shit boxing, right? Because that's what I do. I don't get into girls' personal lives. Baumgartner decides she want to keep mentioning me and my relationship in her mouth. Now, to her, I've never spoke about how she's a whore. Yeah. I've never spoke about that. How many guys she done slept with, how many boxers she done slept with, what she done. I don't speak about her life. Right? But she has gotten too comfortable. First, you disrespect my boxing. Trying to say that my resume ain't this and ain't that. Try to disrespect my legacy. Try to say I got AI 6-pack. You want to say I'm jealous of you because you cute and I'm supposedly ugly. And then after all that,
I want to say too, I don't think she's jealous of Alycia Baumgartner. A lot of people say that she's jealous because she's pretty or whatever. Like, that's not, I don't really think that there's like a jealous bone in people. It could be. It could be a jealous bone in a lot of people's body strictly because of how somebody looks. But I think Clarissa at this point in time in her life, she could have been thinking about that shit maybe 10 years ago or some shit like that. Fucking 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Right now, being who she is, she's not jealous of nobody looks. I wouldn't say that. She's not jealous of no Alycia Baumgartner. You know what I mean? As a whole, in general. I'm not even talking about looks. I don't think she's jealous of Alycia Baumgartner as a whole. I don't.
Shit don't work.
I think she don't like her, period. I think she hates her guts. Real talk.
Then you bring it to my relationship. That's what the conversation was about, to tell her, keep popping it how you popping it. But keep that there out your damn mouth. Because I don't go around talking about how you're a whore and you have a Jezebel spirit. I don't walk around talking about that. Shit. So now, since we want to talk about it, since we talk about people's relationships, no. We about to get into it.
Can I say real quick? I thought she was gonna play some shit or show us some stuff, something from years back that when they were friends instead of this. But
I try not to get personal, but now since you want to get personal and you want to keep running your mouth, I got something for you. I didn't say this. I didn't say this, by the way. I'm just confirming it now.
We really know you, Alycia. Niggas didn't really ran through you, nigga.
Then you'll get
Stop it, nigga. Sonny Fredrickson ran through you. Bunny ran through you.
Robert Eastern
ran through you, boy. Hold on, Dominique Doses ran through you. Hold on, Montana Love ran through you.
I know got this.
So what's wrong with you, boy? Everybody has some, nigga. Tony just like you.
So hold on. For somebody to run around and say that.
Before she's when this first happened, when Adrian Broner, I remember this shit. When Adrian Broner first did this shit, I was like, yo, how in the world is she like, everybody talks about your relationship with Pat, selective smoke face ass. Yo, I'm just saying, like, bruh, when it came to Adrian Broner saying this shit, I was like, yo, Adrian Broner is the type of man that would say anything out of his mouth. If he's upset, and if you don't know nothing about you, he'll probably say anything degrading to you or about you, not knowing shit. But he'll still say it. He's the type of person that don't have a filter on his mouth. Anybody that drinks a lot or that's a drunk or can't stop, they don't have filters on their mouth. You feel what I'm saying? So him saying this shit, and then afterwards, Bunny being like, don't put me into that shit. Don't bring me that. All the men that makes YouTube content believed Adrian Broner. They believe she had sex with all of them people. Now I have to say two things. All right. I'm not going to believe, because I don't care anyway, but why would I believe Adrian Broner, bro? And he's only saying this because she said that he was broke. She can't even sue the nigga. There's nothing to sue. Like he don't got it. You know what I mean? But he said everybody in boxing that he knows that's from where she's from. You feel what I'm saying? And then it said all the other people that she was seen around him. You know what I mean? Around each other or whatever. Like people seen Tony Harrison training her. A lot of channels immediately said that Tony Harrison was hitting it. You know what I mean? That's how guys really look at women. Anytime a woman is around a dude too many times, he must be getting something. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's how dudes be carrying it. I don't believe the shit. I don't really care. But at the same time, you talking about people that's from her hometown. And if we really having a body count, I bet you, Clarissa, you banged 4 men from your hometown before you became a boxing star. I bet you did. 4 or 5, whatever. Tony Harrison was when she was a pro. 4 or 5. I just heard that she was dating Des Bryant because he wanted some attention and came out and said that she was this, that, and the third. Bro, I didn't even know that she was dating Des Bryant. I didn't even know that shit. I didn't even know. Like, let's be like, but for real, because she's in the celebrity limelight and because other big channels be digging deep on celebrities and other big channels been digging deep on Carissa's life. I seen 4 men you've been with. 5. It was some crazy looking boy with crazy lips that was laying in the bed when you didn't have no sheets on the bed and no bed case. Pillow, the guy that was in between your legs, Maserati Bud, Pat Poose, and the other guy I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what the dudes that you dated before, like right when you turned pro or whatever. Like it's proof out here you dating 5 guys, and I mean proof because you bunned up or whatever, or they're saying that you was dating them or whatever. Like it's 5 guys with your name on it too, and these guys right here we know more about because. You know what I'm saying? You're putting your business out with Pat Poose. You feel me? She didn't put her business out with none of these dudes that AB just flashed out of his mouth. That never happened. Like it's not the same. It's really not. It's not the same, especially when you were talking to 3 of the men and not separately. 3 of them you were talking when they were talking. You were talking to more than one of them at once. You had to be because of the dates you already admitted to and the other party already admitted to. So, I mean, you was engaged by one man and then you started dating Pat Poose. I don't even know when so as far as Maserati Bud is concerned, you was talking to him while you was talking to Pat Poose. Like, I mean, let's not do it, but she did.
I'm jealous of them. I want to be them because they so cute and they this. Baby, I'm untouched out here.
See?
Flat out.
See?
All them dudes plus more that was mentioned.
All them dudes
ain't
plus
never.
More.
Could never. But she run around talking about I'm jealous, I'm envious, I want to be her. I'm insecure. No, baby. Letting everybody do what they want to do with you. That's insecure. That's insecure. And I'm not insecure about my looks, about my size, about nothing. I'm a very beautiful chocolate dark woman and I have no problem with that. I'm strong as hell, beautiful as hell, tall as hell. Love it. Love it.
Girl,
I wish God would have made me darker.
He's not tall.
Love it. Very well accomplished,
very
well rooted up in God too. Just because you're rooted up in God does not mean that you're perfect. No one is perfect. But what I will say is I have a great relationship with God. But sometimes you have to. Is this video done? Hold on. That's crazy. First of all, I'm not even a person who will argue with Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner will come and say he crazy.
He knows she know it. She know he'll say anything out of his mouth. He'll say anything.
Crazy. But like I said, I respect that he can come out after she was talking shit about him and inserting herself in something that had nothing to do with her. He came out and exposed all her business. So when you want to talk about me and all my and try to talk about my relationship, just know that I've never took your low down there with you and talked about how you're a whore. And now she was talking about how you're a whore. Why the hell did your ex-boyfriend reach out to me? Listen, I knew you was a hater.
No, real talk. She talking about Des Bryant, but at the same time, because any dude that reach out, any dude that dealt with a girl that reach out to a girl's enemy ain't nothing but a hoe ass nigga that feelings is hurt. You're mad in love and you're mad that she won't answer the phone. That's what the fuck it seems like. Nigga, move the fuck on. Move around. What are you doing favors for Clarissa for? You trying to get some ass? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Men don't move like that unless you want something or you're getting something. You understand what I'm saying? Ridiculous. But hold on, wait.
And try to talk about my relationship, just know that I've never took your low down there with you and talked about how you're a whore. And now she was talking about how you're a whore. Why the hell did your ex-boyfriend reach out to me? Listen, I knew you was a hater, but I didn't know it was that deep. I didn't know it was hell deep.
And another thing, like, why does it matter what Alycia is saying if you don't give a fuck about her? Like, for real, yo. And people that know me, know the situation, know what I do. If I know somebody talking bad about me or whatever, talking shit about me, I'll give them the opportunity to say it to me. When they don't take that opportunity, I just let them keep saying it, just they're dead to me. I don't talk about them. I don't nothing. Like, I act like it's not happening. And they're gonna be eventually that shit wears down on them, not me. You feel me? You keep being negative on a daily basis, saying negative things is hindering your shit. It's not hindering the person you're talking about. The shift of energies be real as fuck, and people just don't understand it. But let me say it like this. If I can make you mad and change your plans through the day, then I'm controlling you. I'm winning at the end of the day. Because somebody that continues to pick with you don't give a fuck if you're really going to get mad and say something back. So what? You're playing their game. I choose not to play. And they end up looking stupid at the end, or trying to pick up the pieces and trying to make people not stop looking at them the way that they're looking at, because they're stuck on something that now nobody understands. Because nowadays, nobody puts your name with shit that they talk about. They talk about everything subliminally because they don't want you to fire back. Let's continue with the video.
But after talking to this, I got it now. I understand it now. And guess what? It's worse than what I thought it was.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you...
That's crazy.
It's worse than what I thought it was. I thought maybe you was a little jealous and maybe you wanted to have the stardom and everything. Girl, it's deeper than that. It's crazy. So now that I got off on that, I have to keep saying throughout this whole thing, I am not banned from boxing. I'll be announcing another fight in just a couple of days. So now that I had to talk about these lies, I got some stuff, bro, because I think I touched on everything. Oh, and now let's talk about everybody talking about some me and this girl should fight. She thinks she can beat me in a fight because she told me to my face, I'll beat your ass right now, and bitch, you're easy, whatever. I don't know who she thought she was talking to, but I would just tell you this. She not going to fight nobody. She's not going to fight me because there are weight classes, and she's always been 130, and the lowest I've been is 154, undisputed at 160 twice.
Never happening.
168 champion, 175 undisputed, 175 plus undisputed. I've been, look at all this. Look. 5 different weight classes. The lowest one is 154. Now she's talking about she's gonna that she will come up and weight and fight against me at 54 or 47. She's not even gonna go up 5 pounds to fight against Caroline Dubois, who's at 135. And then calling her out heavy. calling her out heavy. She's not going to fight her. She's not going to fight Michaela, who said she'll come down to 140 and fight her.
Hold on. What she say?
And been calling her out.
Who been calling her out?
To fight against Caroline Dubois.
Oh, Dubois.
Who's at 135. And been calling her out heavy.
Salute her, Adam Hurley.
Calling her out heavy. She's not going to fight her. She's not going to fight Michaela, who said she'll come down to 140 and fight her. She keeps calling out Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, and she's not even on their level. She wants to skip she will not fight nobody who's really like that. Because ain't no way a girl to be 5 pounds from me, calling me out how Caroline is calling Baumgartner out, and you just, oh, nah, she's not good enough. She's a puppy. She's this. Show us she a puppy. And guess what? Nikisa told me out of his own mouth, it takes 2 to tango. Caroline wants it. Alycia doesn't. That's what Nikisa said. Yeah, he said that. Right to me. And now, since I want to speak on something else, talking about how people not happy and people hating. Not even last month, 2 months ago, Baumgartner's team is reaching out to my team, Win Records. Talking about she want to fight on the undercards of my fights. She want to do some stuff with us, collaborating together. She see I'm really winning up over here, really making money up over here.
Yo,
and now you want to go behind.
You see how it's man. You don't really have to look at things like this. People in life, this is a lesson. This is a life lesson right here. She can look at it however she wants. I'm not even going to say it like that, but it's a life lesson. You don't have to look at things in a negative way. If you beefing with a whole company and the company come to you trying to solve the problem, why not take it? They're not asking you to apologize. They want to smooth it over, and they just want to see, hey, you want to make money with us? They're trying to find a way to get you over there. And she don't want to go. If she honestly don't want nothing to do with MVP. She does not. She don't want none of their fighters to have anything to do with her shit, but I bet you she'll let Caroline Dubois fight on her undercard. And that other girl, the Caucasian girl, I believe is signed under her. I bet you she'll want her on her undercard. But I understand, like, if you really hate somebody, you're not gonna want the money, or you're not gonna want to share money or whatever. But it's just ways that I see that they're trying to work with her. And it would help her brand and her image if she did something with MVP. Because then all the people that's saying that they're against each other and shit, it would have to die down. You understand what I'm saying? She don't want peace.
Your team's back, MVP, and you want to sign with Salida Promotions. You want to sign with Win Records. You want to collab. But you got the nerve to say out your mouth that I'm jealous of you. She wants everything that I have. Everything that I have. Period. And I have to put this stuff out there because, girl, really been getting on my nerves. And then MVP want to pay people to lie, trying to persuade y'all that I'm suspended from boxing. How you going to suspend the queen from boxing? I am boxing.
Luke Marcus.
I am women's boxing. I'll be having a fight announcement very soon.
Suspended from boxing, yo. Who said that she was suspended from boxing? Because this is not her first or second time saying that during this whole thing. Why she keeps saying that I'm fighting. I have a fight. You know, I'm not banned from boxing. Nobody said that shit. When MVP wrote their statement, it says clear. Okay, Twitter saying that shit. Because it says clear that her ass is banned from their event until further notice. It's not indefinitely or none of that shit. Like, I don't know why her being or saying that she know that she's on some type of level as far as status is concerned. She need to stop answering to people on Twitter. They are trolls, bro. I have a Twitter account just for the sake that I have a channel, but I do not be on Twitter. Twitter is trash, bro. Twitter is full of shit. I'm sorry. It just is. Maybe you could get some information from Twitter. Don't get me wrong, but it's full of tools and freaking trolls. And I bet they be trolling you like a motherfucker. You need to stop answering Twitter, bro. For real. That's not good for no fighter. For real. They some trolls over there. They say anything.
Very soon. And nobody on that roster of 30 girls who they won't pay over 10, 15K, 20K for a damn fight. None of them girls on that roster can beat me. That's why their fighters are not happy. And I'm going to stay my black ass right where I'm at with Salida Promotions and with Win Records. Look at her right now. Who is the woman who signed the most lucrative fight deal in women's boxing?
It don't matter.
Clarissa Shields.
That don't matter, and you know it, Clarissa. Like, I don't know why you keep saying that shit. Like, that's the number one that's making you. It's nothing, bro. That shit ain't nothing. They're admitting to, yeah, the $3 million is a deal. We wouldn't have. Congratulations, we wouldn't have gave you that. That's what Nikisa said. Why you gotta keep saying it? Like nobody's admitting to that. Why? Like people, you need to stay off Twitter, bro. Seriously, that shit's fucking with you for real. Like, it's if you know who you are and why, you shouldn't have to keep saying that shit. You really shouldn't. I'm just being real. Like this, some stuff we already know. Some stuff we already know, Clarissa. And fuck what Twitter's saying. Because you keep repeating the shit saying the over and over again is making it seem like you think that's like the number one thing that squashes everything. No, it's your skills in the ring is why we put you number one. It's what you do in the ring. Fuck accomplishments. Accomplishments is all political. This is boxing. You got to where you was in 6 fights or something. It's political, bro. Like, come on, man. Not everybody got the chances at the certain time that you did. You came in the game at a perfect time. You got the perfect opportunities, and you made great with every single one of them. Good job. But we already know. $3
million signing bonus in the deal that's going to pay me $8 million minimum.
Slow down with vanilla milk chocolate.
That shit look good. Can't front. Shit look popping.
Come on now. And so now I'm going to let MVP know this. Y'all keep trying to pay people and pay blogs and pay y'all little paid hate campaign. Y'all going to receive more paperwork. And y'all know I'll do it. You already need to be sued for defamation of character. You and Alycia. Both of y'all. But you know what? I really don't like to be no police ass chick. But if y'all keep pressing my buttons and keep on lying on me, it's going to get real nasty. So once again, for all the casuals, because that's what MVP has. Like, they don't have like real hardcore boxing fans. They have casuals. So to the casuals, MVP is a promotion. They are not the entire boxing. They cannot suspend me from boxing. They can't suspend anyone from boxing. Actually, can't suspend nobody from boxing. All they can do is say, hey, you're suspended from coming to our events until further notice. I'm still going to announce my next fight. I'm signed to Salida Promotions. And just for those who think that it's only a few promotions that exist, I want to give you some names. I want to name off a few.
Is that what the rest of this is about? Because I didn't watch it. Look, I'm not. We're good, right? We're good, right? Have we heard enough of that? Have we heard enough? Damn near 3 hours fucking with this, yo. Damn near 3 hours on live fucking with this. But man, listen, I think I made my point, man. If Devin Haney didn't jack up Brian Norman Jr. and Sr., but yet he got banned from ever being in that hotel in that certain venue in New York City, if he got banned for not doing shit, if Devin Haney then went to jail because Tiger Johnson got jumped by his team, but Devin didn't do shit and he went to jail, then how off is MVP banning her from their own events and the person she slapped pressing charges? How off is it? Because it sounds like it's pretty damn the same. I'm not going to be on here for much longer, but I know some people in the comment section that might got something to say. I'm going to be up here for probably 5 or 10 more minutes. If nobody come out, I'm outie. 5,000. You feel me? Salute Dark Kent in the building. What is good with you? Salute Adam Hurley. I don't know if you heard me. I heard enough. And she started talking. This is not 1995. Hold up.
Well, damn.
The stage was popping with you.
Yeah, I just gave you about 10 to 15 more minutes there and fuck that. What's good though? What's good?
Nothing.
Oh man. Yeah, it's a good Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It was an eventful Saturday for me. I had an event to do, and man, I'm tired. On top of that, I'm messing with a messed up leg, so you know it be taking a lot out of me when I'm be out there moving around heavy stuff and things like that. But
I bet.
It was a good event. Hey, it was a lot of good boxing. We seen my man Usyk go up in there looking like he was trailer park. he been having too many sodas and beer.
He looks like that sometimes, yo. He be especially them damn haircuts. Salute to Jack Queen in the building. What's poppin', Queen?
Hey, what's going on? Y'all can hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Now go on and talk though, Jab. Hey, go on and get it.
Oh no, you were talking, Thomas. Go ahead.
Hey, I was just about to say we had some good boxing. We had some eventful stuff happening. Hey, shout out to Clarissa. Clarissa out here making sure that the internet streets is fed. Salita is popping.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jack.
Oh no! Oh, I thought Thomas was still talking. No,
I'm good.
Did you watch the fights last night?
Say it again.
Did you watch the fights last night?
Yeah, I missed the main event.
You ain't missed nothing, really.
I feel
like they robbed that kickboxer. If I'm being honest, I feel like they robbed him.
I heard a lot of people saying that, so you're not the only one.
Yeah, I feel like I mean, the 11th round stop is. I guess if you want to say it was preventative, then that's fine. But he was still on his feet. He was still coercive or whatever you want to call it. So I don't really see how they called that stoppage. But I mean, it was only a few seconds to the bell. The bell would have rung. He would have got himself together. But Usyk needed that to win that fight because he lost every single round.
Oh, word.
He lost every single round.
When I turn this live off, I'm turning that shit on, right? And sitting down.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Sitting down with a hot plate, boy.
Rico, hot plate, though. Make sure you got that hot plate.
That's crazy.
I was screaming like, yo, I know you're not letting this kickboxer whoop your ass right now. I know you're not letting this kickboxer whoop your ass.
I want to see that rematch.
What was it that was whooping his ass the whole fight?
Everything. He was hitting with the combinations. He almost knocked him down. It was like crazy. He stung the kickboxer though, I think in like round 7, but it was like quick. Like he recovered so fast, but it was it just looked like
was he just absorbing Usyk's punches, or was he blocking?
That's what it blocking, absorbing the punches, dodging shit. I don't know. Just to me, it just looked like that maybe Usyk that time out of the ring didn't help him. I did not expect this kickboxer to really give him any type of fight. God. So maybe I'm like just blown away the fact that he was even still in the fight after like the 6th, 7th round, very much alive, very much. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Trash. Let me find out, yo.
Nah, Usyk not trash though. Rico just can fight. Rico could box. Like he decent. He inexperienced though. But I don't look at it as Usyk trash. I look at it as Rico. He real good.
Oh shit! I gotta watch this fight. I gotta watch it.
Yeah, you definitely have to watch it. I mean, Torres got knocked out in the first round.
Second round.
You know that Shiraz got a gift anyway. That poor man looked scared to death to even be in the ring with him.
Jesus, yeah, he did
But Catterall and Giasov was good.
No, I was shocked at Catterall. You just reminded me that Catterall fought last night. I was shocked at Catterall. I was like, oh shit.
That's that Bozy work. That's that Bozy Ennis work. That's that Philly work right there.
The guy that he fought, isn't that the same guy ranked number 1 to fight Rolly? Yeah,
that was Rolly and Devin's mandatories that fought last night.
Oh, bad.
Yeah, so
that's what. See, I said it last live, yo, Keyshawn. That's it. If you really want to go to 147 and press Devin, and Devin don't want to fight you when you go up there, the person to fight is Jack Catterall. You got to beat Jack Catterall and press him, and be at 147 to press Devin, or Devin will ignore your ass unless he want to fight you.
Yeah, that'll be a good little fight, though. That'll be a good little fight.
He shocked me. He looked good.
He definitely did look good. I mean, the card overall was like, it was short because it was only like what 3 or 4 prelims, and then the 3 or 4 main events, which was like, okay. But I mean, the card was decent. We got some pretty good scraps coming up this week. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see what's going on. But yeah, I mean, I was very shocked at Verhoeven, or how do you ever say his name, Verheven or Haven or whatever, the kickboxer. I was very shocked. I was like, oh shit, okay.
Rico, yeah, he big too. He big too. Like he was eating Usyk punches, and he got good footwork from kickboxing. Like he be moving around. Usyk couldn't cut him off either. He just inexperienced. I feel like he could win in a rematch with some learn a little bit more. He could stop Usyk.
Hell no, not if Usyk take that fight serious. He ain't gonna beat that nigga.
Yeah, not if you take the fight.
No, man.
But I'll tell you what.
All he needs is to use his jab good. He can stop Usyk. He got power. Usyk was respecting his power from the first round.
Let me tell you something about footwork, though. You know who footwork is trash? Jack Catterall. That nigga footwork is absolute garbage. I don't know what in the hell he was doing. He was overextending. He kept almost tripping over Giasov's feet. It was like, what is going on? But
that might be the worst performance I've ever seen from Jack Catterall.
Yo, he looked good.
He looked good to me.
He looked
good to me too.
Yo, he was banging it. He was getting in there, banging him and shit. He looked good. He was getting in there.
He was throwing way more combinations than Giasov too. Giasov was throwing
I feel like Jack Catterall be looking sharper though.
Yeah,
I'm saying Jack Catterall. He looked good.
Usually fight different, in my opinion. I think he knew that his straight left could get to dude. Because my honest opinion, the dude he was fighting act like he'd never seen a straight left before. Like, when was the last time you fought a fucking southpaw, bro? Why are you just keep getting hit? I think because he was landing solid with the straight left, he changed.
He kept doing it.
Yeah, he just kept doing it instead of usually fighting the way he fight. He just kept trying to land that shit.
And that's what people were saying, like he gonna figure Catterall out, because Catterall was throwing the same, the same rhythm, same combos and stuff like that. But it apparently didn't work, because it was like Giasov almost looked like he had nothing for him. But I will say this, he was way more output than Giasov. Giasov was doing like one punch at a time, where Catterall was doing like combos and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
he
I don't know.
Turned his hell in the face though.
Yeah, he had too much power for What y'all think about Amari Jones and him fighting Laura?
Excellent. I don't know about that fight, but I know he looked good on Friday. I want to see him step it up though, see a real test for him. But I think for a showcase card, for him to be the main event on that card, he did what he was supposed to do. He understood the assignment.
They want him to fight Laura. That's a horrible idea.
That is a bad matchup for him. Not the way he reach and extend. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ashley.
No, you good. Go. I just think he's tough. It's tough. It's a tough fight for him. If you fight Laura,
but he gotta fight somebody that could beat possibly
not Laura though. That's taking him all the way to the top of the top.
Wait, Josh,
if he beat Laura though,
I don't think you was in here when I spoke about him. That's why when you came in here,
I wasn't.
something. Yeah,
So who you think is a good match for him?
No, listen, I got you. Lamar Jones is 17-0 with 15 knockouts. He's only 24. He's 6 foot tall. He fight at 160, bro. But he's ranked number 4 right now for the vacant IBF.
He's on the IBF route. Yeah, he's on the IBF route.
The number 1 fighter is vacant. There's no number 1 fighter, so there's only 2 people ahead of him. Aaron McKinney, which is 20-0 with 10 knockouts, and some other guy, which is 22-0 with 10 knockouts. That's his fight. No,
what's his name? Because I talked about some of them last night. What's his name?
Which one? Amari. I'm sorry, Amari Jones.
No, the one with 22.
It's Etinosa, and his last name is Oliha.
Okay, because I think I mentioned not what you call it last night. It was like 3 different guys because I was looking at the rankings before I went live to see who he could like get in there with next. I went down like the first like 10 or whoever didn't have a fight or because I know what you call it might be fighting Iglesias. What's his name? Oh God.
They got Ammo in the comment section.
Yeah, I was thinking about Ammo and
Hernandez.
Yeah. Yo, Nelly, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Hernandez would beat Amari Jones, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with that reaching. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
Well, why don't Charlo go up to 60 and go fight him?
Man, I think you can't 2 Cent. You got it.
I know 2 Cent be trolling most of the time.
Charlo.
Y'all talking about he could fight Laura?
Listen, Charlo. That's the same weight class, right? Don't Laura fight at 160?
Yeah, he fight at 60.
Yeah, so does Jones. Amari Jones fight at 160. But
that's a bad matchup for Jones.
154 got a lot of names that I want to see Charlo fight, yo. Don't.
Yeah, it do. I was just trolling.
You always playing. but yeah, I like Amari Jones. I really think they should set him up for that vacant title fight, yo. Ja, what you think about that though? Him fighting for the vacant title fight that he's under. He's number 4. Well, actually number 3 under.
Yeah, Ja, what you think about that?
Think about what? Say that again.
Do you think about him going for the vacant IBF title since there's only 2 people above him and both of them under?
Oh no, that's great. I just think that he could do something with Laura, but I know it's Laura though. But like I just look at it like if he could beat Laura, then that I'm gonna be sold on him. Like he the new face at 160.
Yeah. What's the other guy named Mr. Dirty? I can't remember his name that fought at 160 that had both the belts. What's his name?
That's what's the nigga name?
No, he was talking about fighting Bud, but then he tested Dirty.
Yeah, what's the nigga name?
I can't remember his name right now. It's blowing me.
Agmat. No.
His last name is I think it started with a. Did it start with a J? Hold up. Now I need to look it up.
Agmat.
He was supposed to. He was trying to fight Carlos and Damas. Like those are the 2 names that.
Yeah, they all had a belt. He got stripped of the belt.
Thank you, Adam Hurley.
Janabek. Some Agmadadar. Yeah, Janabek. There it is.
That's his name. Shit. Like that's the only guy that was at 160 that had titles for real. The other person that got the titles is of course Carlos Adames. Now he tested Dirty, but they didn't take both of Janabek's titles. They only took 1. I believe that's why that IBF is vacant currently at this time. I think grabbing a title would be good right now for Amari Jones.
Yeah, going that IBF route is the best route, and then he can try to solidify it with a lesser known top, and then probably go after Laura. Laura gonna be there for a minute, but just right now with him, like he reached just a little too much. He got some dynamite in his hands, but you reach too much, you get taught a lesson. Yeah. So you don't want to go in there who got an instructor, and that man Laura, an instructor. He be teaching lessons up in that bad boy.
Right. So what do y'all think about Tito Machado being at 140 calling out everybody? Do y'all think I just think that he's going to remain where he at, remain saying what he's saying until somebody actually fight him. And he's right. A lot of people get mad that he calls out certain names, but isn't that what really boxing is about? And that's what you want to see, right? You want to see fighters fight each other. What do y'all think about Ernesto Machado at 140? And the people he fought, he knocked out. Like I said, he's undefeated with only one person that he didn't stop. You feel me? Like, I think he's like, what, 20-0 with 19 knockouts? Something crazy. Do y'all know who he is? Y'all know what's Tito?
Hell yeah, I know who he is. He the one that was in the fight calling Shakur Stevenson a pussy and all types of other stuff. He was in the ring calling this nigga that. Hey, yo, the people that he's calling out, ironically, be calling out everybody and their mama, and these Mickey Frickies supposedly
don't say nothing to him, right?
Facts. Don't even acknowledge, like, the nigga don't even exist. Like, that's crazy because, you know, they run to the smoke type folk. They don't run from smoke, they run to it. And this Mickey Freaky been calling he been putting dirt on it.
I believe him when he say, I ain't seen it yet, though. I believe him, though. I want to see these fights.
When you see his fights, people was like, he get hit too much. That's why he's not a good. I'm like, cool, bro, cool. That's more entertainment for us. Like, what it just really seems like a lot of fighters be protecting other fighters, but they probably don't mean to. But why do you care if a fighter's not defensively sound?
Yeah, they just ignorant. They don't understand. You gotta take a chance of getting hit to be that type of elite fighter. Like, you gotta take a chance of getting hit. That every time you throw a punch, you in danger to get hit.
Exactly. That's what a lot of people don't understand. That's why when people don't choose not to throw punches, like, it has a lot to do with them not taking chances more than their defense sometimes.
Now that's a fact. That's an absolute fact. I'll say this though. A lot of it falls on his representation. Like, I scream heavily, and I never shy away from this. Only person I really don't like in boxing is Eddie Hearn. I don't think he fought, especially our fighters. I don't think he fought our fighters, and in particular black fighters, but definitely American fighters. So, like, he don't represent them at all. Like, I don't understand why folks would go to him. But at the same time, Tito, like, gotta use this wave that they call social media. Everything is using social media influencers. So he gonna have to start influencing folks to try to see the need to put on a fight for him. But I think that, you know, he gotta find better representation, and he gotta make the most out of every opportunity he get, because there's a lot of people who ain't trying to get in the ring with him. Because
he independent, ain't he?
He is now. He is now because he left Matchroom. But what I will say.
Okay.
What I will say is this. These people whom he's called out, all they do is, quote unquote, do fake call outs. They don't fight none of the people that they call out. This Mickey Freaky directly calling you out and looking to fight you. And on top of that, he offers you a look that you probably ain't gotten the ring with yet. Like, he truly is a power puncher. Like,
thank you, Thomas. Because when I say stuff like that, people tell me I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. When I say I see these niggas calling out everybody but not fighting nobody. So I definitely understand what you're talking about when you say that. As far as Tito Mercado, he been calling these niggas out for a while now, and you're right, Ashley. They've been ignoring him. So I'm not really sure what the problem is, but they've been ignoring him like he don't even exist.
High risk, low reward. You don't get no reward for beating him, and you can run the risk of getting clipped. And that's serious at times. You saw how it was in the fight. There was a fight with Rigo. Rigo, for all intents and purposes, was controlling the fight, right? Then he got hit. And that one punch changed the course of it. Now, I don't agree with the decision. I think that they should have let him, he was winning 7 of the 10 rounds. Like, why not let him finish out the 11th and then see what happens in the 12th? You know what I'm saying?
Because they were scared of what would have happened if he finished out the 11th and went into the 10th.
People parlays out this bitch. That's why.
Yeah, and really messing up the apple cart, because the Caballero fight is legit and it's a real fight. And now it's even more betting odds that you can get. You can control the narrative even more if you're doing stuff like that. But I mean, I hear what you're saying, Jab. I agree with you. I think that because he is relatively unknown, a lot of people don't put no stock in him. But I remember there was a big watch Barroso. He was unknown too, and guess what he was doing? He was starching niggas' world. Dog. He was treating them like some fresh ass corduroys.
Another reason why they don't want to fight. The biggest reason is low reward, high risk. But yo, he got length to his ass. Yo, I don't even know what his reach is, but he looked long as shit. Meaning, like his reach looked like he got a 74-inch reach on his ass. You know what I'm saying? That shit. All of those that's too many advantages that he would have over those fighters. They don't want somebody with a power advantage over them, a reach advantage over them, height advantage over them. Hell nah. They don't want that shit.
So can I say this one last
But
thing?
then can we really say they fighting the best?
Hell no, they not fighting. They've been, man, like I said, bro. These fighters is, well, not these, but Shakur for sure milking the game, man. He don't want to challenge himself. His ass is gaslighting everybody, bro. He finessing the shit out of everybody. This motherfucker can really fight at a higher weight class. He's out of Lomachenko, Tank, and Shakur Stevenson. He's the biggest, the tallest, longest fucking reach. And he act like he can't stay at 140 and fight right there. You feel me? He's small. He's supposed to be at 135, bro. Get the fuck out of here, dog. You don't want to challenge.
Did you
140 and
speaking of that
title, bro? You don't want to do that shit. That shit whack. 140 is lit. Your ass want to go back down to 135 to do what exactly? Who exactly do you want to fight? You don't want to fight Kid Austin. It's not like you really want to fight Tank. You probably just want to say his name or act like this. And that's another thing. When it came to Tito Mercado and this whole interview, he didn't shit on the other fighters. He said they ducking him. Pretty much is the worst thing he said. But he pretty much said that they're looking for bigger fighters and he's not a bigger name as those other fighters. That's what he pretty much said. You turn that shit around, not to Tito, but to Tank and shit. They all like, he's scared and all this other bullshit, man. Get the fuck out of here. That's the part that I don't like. You know damn well the motherfucker ain't scared of you because y'all already sparred each other. Like, get the hell out of here.
Who are y'all talking about?
What you think about him being at Robert Garcia gym?
Talk about Tank. Every single one of them. Now, I don't know that he was in Garcia gym. You're going to have to school me on that too, Tim.
Yeah, I just seen some pictures. I seen some pictures with him and Robert Garcia. And I seen, what else did I see? I think I might have seen like a little short or something like that. And I was thinking in my head, like, why is him and Jay Prince at Robert Garcia gym? Ain't he about to try to fight Miratala?
Man, Robert Garcia.
I thought he got another fight.
Robert Garcia said that Miratala is too big. After this fight, they're gonna have to move up, and that's when they want to fight him since he has a title. That motherfucker came back and said it don't make sense unless it's at 135 because he wants an advantage. He wants his ass dehydrated when he fights him,
and he wants to go back down to 135 like a little baby.
Bro,
he want to go there because Tank there. He campaigned there, and he try to take Tank image and say who Tank is. Like he act like he a knockout artist when he not, and then he act like he's so small he could campaign. He's still in the mix talking back and forth with 130 fighters, but like he can't campaign at 130, but Tank can. Tank can still campaign at 130. That's all he been doing his whole career. It's like just using Tank for clout instead of just building his own brand. I think it's stupid that he did that.
Tucson, I saw that video that you did about Shakur. I've been looking for that picture. You got to send me that picture because that's exactly the picture I was looking for when they be on my panel talking about he's small. That is exactly the picture I've been looking for.
What?
Man, I'm telling you, I had to put that video out because it's like, come on, bro. Like, you the one that put this in the fans' head. I don't know why you keep complaining about it. Nobody was thinking about you fighting at 47 until you said it.
What's the picture, Quinn?
Of him standing at the ring, flexing, talking about he 170.
That nigga look all 185. That nigga look all 185, Ashley.
You gotta go watch my last video, Ashley.
Hey, put it in the back. Put it in the back chat so she can pull it up. I don't know what you're talking about.
He could be.
I'm on my phone. Can I do that on my phone?
My bad, Jay. My bad.
He could be making big fights at 140.
Let me see. Let me get on my computer real quick.
Step on other people's toes at lower weight classes. Like those Tank fights, man. At them lower weight classes, those Tank fights to be made. And for his legacy, like Devin and Shakur weight drain themselves or stay at the weight class too long just to step on Tank toes, trying to take his image, cut. They wanted to be the next Floyd, but they ain't want to sign to PBC though, cause they can't hold up at PBC.
That's
They
another thing I
might
don't
take a
understand.
loss.
All of these black elite boxers, why are they not over there on PBC? They calling themselves stars. Why aren't you over there with the PBC? Like me personally, and it ain't even really a race thing to me. It's just I would like think you would want to do business with the black man, but that's the only person you don't ever do business with.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I forgot who it was, but somebody said they'll make you fight King Kong over there. You definitely
Adrian Broner.
yeah, you definitely gonna fight talent. You definitely gonna fight people that will challenge where you might not be as strong at, because there's so many people there for them that they can match them with, and not all of them got to eat, right? So that's one of the things. I think that's the biggest misconception in this whole thing. He ain't trying to fight for legacy. His legacy is about that bread. They trying to get the most money they can without having the greatest amount of risk. He ain't trying to fight Mordecai, but what he is trying to find out. Go ahead. My bad.
My bad. No, 2 cents. You got 2 of them back here.
Yeah, I pulled it up on my computer just to show you this picture. You could leave the other one in the back.
All right, okay, bet.
Play the video. Because we need to expose him. Nah, I'm serious because I've been saying this forever. He's in my double talk
you
video.
talking about my last video, Jab Queen?
Yeah. Because when I mean he double talks, this is what we're talking about. When I say he double talks, and when 2% put this video, I said I knew I wasn't crazy.
Hold on, man.
But I think that
y'all keep talking. I'm gonna find her video. Go ahead.
I think the thing is that Mordecai is with somebody that's really known with trying to find out how to handle left hands. So that's why he was over there with Robert Garcia trying to get some insight on y'all fought him for whatever. That dude really want to be better than what he is. He just ain't trying to put the fights out there like he say he is. Because I mean, let's be honest. We had a person get up there, and shout out to my good brother KO on KO channel talking about how he believed whatever Shakur say. Well, Shakur did say he didn't want to fight Tank until his hand was healed. We currently find out that his hand's still not healed. He also said, yeah, it seems to be that way, man. And I mean, it stands to reason, because that's why Mayweather was fighting in Vegas, because he needed to get them shots, because that bad boy never healed. He also said that he would do anything to get that fight, including sign over to the PBC. And then he had a chance to do that for a fight and didn't do it.
Is this the video you talking about? Just making sure.
That's his dream fight. That's his dream fight is Tank. He been saying that his whole career. He want to be just like Tank. That used to be Big Bro. I don't know what happened.
Well, hopefully a big bro can get him in the ring, man. I just want to see them fight, because I can't wait for the day after. That's
and he
gonna be
ducking
so
Keyshawn. He the reason why Keyshawn, if he want to fight, Keyshawn to fight him, man. He making Keyshawn look bad. I don't think Keyshawn doing no fake call outs. I think doing dumb stuff.
Why is Frank Martin not a good enough opponent for Keyshawn?
Hey, sexy Kendra, what is good with you, Queen? Definitely appreciate you coming
through.
I feel like Keyshawn on another level than Frank, but I would love to see that fight.
I don't know. Everybody like, oh, Keyshawn got a draw with Albright, but I'm like, what does that have to do with them
Keyshawn
fighting?
To do him worse than Albright, though. I feel like he'd do Frank worse than he did Albright.
I mean, I thought Keyshawn did a better performance against Albright than Martin, but I thought Martin won the fight. I just felt that way. That being said, they don't want to make that fight because that's another risk-reward type issue. It's a high risk, low reward. There's a lot of people that don't really believe in Martin because, Martin took a loss to Tank. And anybody that take a loss to Tank, as long as they're not fighting them, they're going to always do dump dirt on them. So, everything correlates to Al Heyman, though. Like, people be thinking his Tank is really Al Heyman, man. They trying their best to do Al Heyman in, and they trying to go through his biggest hitters to do it.
But let me say this, right? I think that people are getting things confused. I think because Keyshawn runs with Shakur, they're putting him on that level with Shakur, forgetting that Keyshawn only has, 15, 16 fights his damn self.
Yeah.
I think Keyshawn is on the level of Shakur. He always been on that level. Like, he might not
Nah.
I'm
sorry, I can't see
What are y'all giving Shakur this credit, imaginary credit of being on a higher level than Keyshawn from? Like, where does it come from?
You remember Pernell Whitaker, right? He didn't beat people. Yeah. He didn't beat people physically. He beat people with his mind and his skill. I think that's where
I think he
Keyshawn.
did both. Pernell Whitaker was very athletic and he agile in the ring.
He was, but what I mean, like, well, he didn't punish folk. He had some fights where he had to because he was down, but for the most part, he outwitted him, and I think that's where Shakur is really, really good. He outwits most of the people he's in there, and he's not trying to get hit, but he understands the distance and the timing.
I think they got slightly different styles, but Keyshawn is definitely good at distance and timing. I feel like he provide more punishment on his opponents than Shakur. Like he could do more in the ring than Shakur. And then as far as they amateur backgrounds, it's pretty much the same amateur background coming into the pros. I don't see where this imaginary, like where Shakur is on a higher level than Keyshawn coming from at all. It's not been proven. It's not been proven. Like that's all I'm saying.
I think they're close. I think they're close to each other because it was at one point in time. Shit, I was one of the people. I thought he was standing still. I didn't think he was declining, but I definitely didn't think Shakur was getting better because you didn't see it. You seen him fighting the same type of people doing the same type of shit. You didn't see shit, regardless of the person that he was fighting. To me, he was.
I can't hear it. Did you play it? I can't hear it.
No, I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it right now. Just answering what he's saying as far as the people, you know what I mean? Jai, are you up here?
Like where? Yeah, where you can't hear me?
There. No, okay, no. Thomas left. I just didn't see what was.
I don't know where it come from to say Shakur on a higher level than Keyshawn though. Like,
oh no, I thought she was playing the video. Oh yeah, I heard you when you said that. Jai, I heard that.
But at the same time, they're close to each other. It's just because you haven't seen. What's his name?
Shut up, Boxing Hacker.
The things that Shakur did, but shout out to Boxing Hacker in the super chat. He said,
like, what does Shakur even do?
135. He don't do nothing but defense. But Shakur, he said, Boxing Hacker in the super chat say Shakur still campaigns at 135. He's not moving down. He's not moving back down. Also, when Tank fought at 140 and he went back down, why didn't y'all tell Tank to stay at 140? He could have stayed at 140 if he wanted to. But
Tank is not even.
The only reason why he didn't stay at 140 is because the only reason why he went there is because everybody had a fight book and they wouldn't fight him. But at the same time, I made this point earlier before you got here. Tank is the smaller out of the three that people are talking about currently. He's smaller than Lomachenko and he's smaller than Shakur Stevenson. So the fact that he had a fight at 140 that Loma hasn't even been yet, and the fact that he stopped a bigger foe than Teofimo. Teofimo is just as small as shit compared to Mario Barrios, and he stopped his component, but he went up to 140 and did a jab fest without really letting anything go during the fight. And he could have. He was in control the entire fight and still didn't try to stop his opponent. See, the difference is in between fans. Real quick, go ahead.
And he can still campaign at 130, Boxing Hacker. It's a big difference between Shakur standing at 140 and Tank standing at 140. Tank can still campaign at 130.
Bruh, Boxing Hacker. Lomachenko is listed at 5'7". You hear me? Lomachenko's 5'7". Tank is 5'5".
Oh my God! Can we watch the video? Because Boxing Hacker's going to argue from the comment section, and no one cares about nothing he's talking about.
Smaller than the other fight.
Super chat.
Lomachenko fought at 126 5 times, and he did that because he lost the title fight that they set his ass up for. Tank knocked out all of his opponents at 126, and he fought 3 times and moved up like a man. When he grew up, he moved up instead of just trying to stay there being small and shit and pick on motherfuckers that's teenagers and you in your fucking 30s and shit. It's a difference. It's not the same. But carrying on, taller doesn't mean bigger. He's bigger. He's bigger. He's bigger and taller. Now, that man is not as good as Tank. That's the difference. He's just not as good as Tank. That's why Lomachenko never went to 140 at all. That's why he complained about how big Devin was at 135 and calling him a heavyweight. That's why he did that.
We talk about Tank fighting
Loma
147.
can't fight at 140, bro.
We talk about he not as good as Tank, and proof is like we'd take it serious if we talk about Tank fighting Bud, but we'd never take it serious about Devin or Shakur fighting Bud, cause they not as talented as Tank naturally, but Tank is actually smaller than him. That's what make him so great and attractive as a fighter. Like he's small and he do stuff like he big and he nice, he fast, all of that. Y'all just be hating. It's
Bro,
your
for
own
real though,
insecurities got you hating on Tank.
yeah, we're gonna go back. We're gonna continue with the show, but this is the last time I'm gonna address it. Lomachenko wasn't even big at 130, bro. Did you see Tank at 130? Did you see Tank at 130 when he was making weight and fighting at 130? He was small as shit. He wasn't the same person that he is right now, and he can.
Ain't that
people
when he
are
beat
saying
Santa
that he can make
Cruz?
130 right now. People saying he can make 130 right now. So for you to argue about Lomo in the conversations about Shakur, Tank, and Lomo, and you're gonna take the biggest person out of it. Wait, you're gonna take the biggest person. Yeah, you need to come out and come back in if you don't hear me. But the biggest person is Shakur. You want to argue about Lomo being not bigger than Tank. You understand what I'm saying? And the whole conversation is about Shakur. This is what I'm talking about people needing to up their conversation. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Why are you even talking about Lomo? This is about Shakur. And you talking about Lomo not being too. You start this mofo started off by talking about somebody not Shakur not staying at 140, and y'all didn't say nothing because Tank didn't stay at 140. When did Lomo fight at 140? Say something else dumb and I'm gonna block you for the rest of the day. Because I don't like that shit. You being like this on purpose. It's about Shakur. Now, this is what I said in the beginning of my live that I don't like what people do. Boxing Hacker just did it. This is about Shakur, and you want to bring up how you want to have a conversation or argument about the other two people. Yeah, you can go ahead with that, bro. For real.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
I don't think she can hear us.
What's wrong with Jab Queen Mike?
Now, sometimes StreamYard be tripping.
Yeah, it be doing. I thought it was doing it to me.
She can go because I'm not talking. Tell her she can go ahead and say what she needs to say. Because I can hear her. She just can't hear me. Salute to you,
but
Creole.
yeah, I mean, what you watched the fight last night too, sir?
Can you hear me, Jab?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear Ashley?
I can't hear Ashley.
Oh yeah, she can't hear you, Ashley. Okay,
everybody can hear each other. She just can't hear me. She can go though. I'm done. She can go.
Yeah, you can go out and come back in. But I watched that Usyk fight last night. And I went back and caught the clips of the Katarov fight and the rest of the fights. But I wasn't gonna watch the Usyk fight. Then I seen somebody like Usyk getting his ass whooped. I'm like, what? Let me go look at this fight.
Yeah, Rico could
I
fight.
think I'm gonna give y'all my 2 cents, right? I just think Usyk was bullshitting.
Yep.
It's the same thing like with the Tyson Fury Ngannou fight. Y'all know I don't fuck with Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury was just bullshitting. Like, I think it's just hard for them to take that type of stuff seriously. And I feel like Usyk was carrying him because Usyk could have really hurt that man for real.
I
think
maybe towards after he caught his rhythm, but in the beginning, I think that he was putting it on Usyk, and Usyk was still trying to figure him out. I don't think he expected him to be that good.
But if it's like let's say like somebody sparring in the gym, like an experienced fighter, and then a new fighter come in there and they just coming at you, being aggressive all over the place. Like it kind of looked like, ooh, like they getting the best of the experienced
I see
fighter.
what you're saying, yeah.
But really, it's just like on top of Usyk probably trying to carry him. You get what I'm saying? So because I feel like everybody like, oh, he's so good. Put him in the ring with another professional heavyweight, and he probably get done like Ngannou. Everybody thought Ngannou was so good too.
1507 maybe. Hold on. Somebody else
Maybe,
fucked
but
with
I'll
him.
say this right. In an effort to try and carry the fight, he could have lost the fight.
I'm about to
You know what I'm
check.
saying?
Somebody else ordered it
Right.
for
But
me.
I mean, I just feel like
Hey,
you seen what
Dominic,
happened when he turned it up. You
what's
seen
the
the
code?
scorecards. Like they wasn't finna let Usyk lose.
Is it
Yeah, yeah, that I agree with.
1507?
That's why I said when they said they was putting his belt on line, I was like, oh, they tripping. But we see what happens. So doubt now. But who you think he fight? I think he
But
should
his
fight Adjit
stamina was
next.
crazy though. I will say that.
I think Adjit deserves his chance. He's been waiting long the
Can
hell
you hear
enough.
me, Jab
I don't
Queen?
know what's up with Usyk though, because they talking about a rematch, ain't they? You know Turkey love a rematch.
Salute YK
Oh, you
Melly.
didn't watch the fight. I don't know if you saw the end where Turkey was like, "This is not the time or the place." When they was like, they brung Adjit into the ring. Turkey was mad. He was like, "This is not the time or the place." Like, what are you
Oh,
talking
I
about?
ain't
This is
see
exactly the
that
time.
because you know I be watching the fights on mute because I be editing and doing shit. But that's crazy. He said that.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is exactly the time and the place. That's how you call fighters out. Adjit got in the ring. Turkey was so mad, it was ridiculous. I was like, "Look at this nigga."
Turkey want him to rematch him. He probably want a trilogy.
That's what he said.
Turkey
He
know
was
what
like,
it
"I
is.
want the rematch with him, but it's up to Usyk." And Usyk was like, "No, this is your promotion. Whatever you want me to do." And Adjit just standing there. I'm like, "Oh hell no, Adjit been waiting, bro."
Damn, that's embarrassing, huh?
Jib beat his
Bad
ass.
enough this kickboxer jumped the damn line.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a Jib beating Usyk ass for real.
I don't know what's going to happen. I hope Adjit get his chance because Wardley and Dubois might rematch.
Jab, you
Wardley
might have to
Adjit.
go out and come back in so you can hear Ashley.
Okay.
I went out, came back in, and then turned off my mic and turned it back on. Hopefully it'll make a difference, but it didn't.
A new company bought StreamYard and it's just been like,
oh, that's why they changed the logo. But okay,
yeah, and it's been just messing up ever since. Now they want you to do a survey every live. Like, man, leave me
when
alone and
she
fix
come
this
back though,
stuff.
I'm gonna play your video. Hopefully
Okay,
she can hear me.
I think you're gonna like this one, Ash.
Yeah, pin a link. Hold up. Let me get the link again. Okay. There it is. She ain't come back yet. But what's the video about again? It says receipts.
Just about Shakur Stevenson contradicting himself and how people started asking him and requesting him to go to 147 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Okay, she is. All right, can you hear me? Say
I
something.
can't hear again. Is it me?
God
You can't hear?
dang.
Can you hear? Jab. Nah,
Yeah.
she can't hear. You can
I
hear
can hear
me?
now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
You
Can
can
you
hear
hear
Ashley?
me? Can you hear me
Yeah.
talking? All
Yeah.
right,
Okay,
all right.
okay.
Let's play this video real quick. Shout out to 2 Cents Boxing. She got her Boxing Genius video right here. We're gonna check it out. 2 Cents Jab Queen said it was the business, so we're gonna check it out. Hold on, wait, turn it up.
I enjoyed it. It's what I've
Let
been
me
saying all
make sure
along.
y'all are seeing
Oh
now.
shit, hold on. Yo, everybody should already sub to Jab Queen and 2 Cents, but if not, y'all could put y'all links in the chat. Everybody should be subbed to everybody by now. Y'all should already know what it is, especially with the women. Now let's check it out.
Hold on. Let me make sure y'all are seeing what I'm seeing right now. Because we got a man, a professional boxer, who sat down on camera, looked another fighter dead in the face, and said, make the fight at 147.
And I'm going to box your head off.
Do your best.
147. Let's make the fight happen. Not even joking.
No catch weight mentioned, no rehydration clause mentioned, no conditions, just make the fight. And now, this same man is on interview.
If you can make 147, make 147. You can make 147 against Conor. That means you can make the weight. So if you can make the weight, then why not fight, take their belts, fight Ryan, and fight Devin at their weight?
Because once again, I'm not
147 pounder. I'm actually a lot smaller than them guys that's fighting at 147 pounds. So I get it. I understand what you're saying. But what I'm trying to understand is, and I answered your question, answer mine. Why am I the only fighter that y'all want to fight at
nigga, you think you
135,
tank.
140, and 147? Why do I got to fight 3 different weight classes for everybody else's satisfaction?
He was talking about how people are forcing him to go to 147
You say you
pounds.
could fight everybody.
Talking about why does he have to
because of
be
your skill.
why does he have to be the one to fight in 3 different weight classes when nobody asks anybody else to do it? Bro, we have the receipts. We have you on camera in 4K saying it yourself. So today we're going to sit down, go through the clips, break down exactly how Shakur soft touched Stevenson went from calling out Conor being at 147 pounds to playing the victim like he never said it. Let's get into it. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And this is our 2 cents, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. If this is your first time here, make sure you punch that like and subscribe button so you don't miss a video, and make sure you let me know and drop it below your 2 cents as I go throughout the video. Be sure to punch the like and subscribe button. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can hit the Cash App at $2 cents boxing, or you can hit the heart with the $sign below and leave a special thanks.
Oh, that's fire.
You enjoying the content. Now, let's get into the topic. So, recently, Shakur Stevenson sat down for an interview with Showbiz the Adult. And in this interview, Shakur is basically saying that people are trying to force him up to 147 pound division. He's talking about how he's a little guy. He's saying it's business at the end of the day. And he's asking, why does he have to be the one to fight in 3 different weight classes?
Okay, but no disrespect, right? Why are you not asking Inoue to fight at 122, 126, and 130?
He should fight at 130.
Why? I never heard
or wait a minute. Don't go to 130 yet until Bam Rodriguez. I want to see him against Bam Rodriguez.
But I'm asking you, why haven't you asked him to fight at these 3 different weight classes, but you're asking me?
No, I don't want you.
Why don't people ask other fighters to do it? And as I'm watching the interview, I'm sitting there like, bro, you are the one that brought up 147 pounds in the first place. Like, nobody was even having that conversation until you put it on the table. So how are you sitting in interviews acting like fans and media are the ones pushing this on you? That's what we're unpacking today. And I'm going to show you the clips to back everything up that I'm saying, because I don't just talk, I show receipts around here. So let's go back to where this whole thing originated, because I think a lot of people forgot exactly how this conversation even started. Shakur Soft Touch Stevenson and Conor Ben are in the same place.
He's saying to me, looking at me, I can't believe how small he is.
My bad. I'm not trying to talk over the joint at all, but I have to
go ahead and react to it, Ash.
I have to say, man, this joint, I'm on mute and you can't hear my reactions. I'm listening to it, but this joint is a whole fucking act. He's an act on the road. He's a whole show, bro. It's ridiculous.
Ashley, when I saw this video, I was punching the air.
This fire video.
How about us as fans? We're not gonna want a fighter to move up unless you had to get naked to make weight. Number one, or number two, all your fights look easy. Then yeah, we ask you to move up. Sometimes Bam be getting hit. I think he got dropped once before. Same thing with Inoue. When have you got hit and dropped? You act like everybody easy as fuck. You talk about other people as in bigger weight classes than you. So move up and show us then. You talk about you sparred everybody, bro. You talk about sparring Usyk, and you told cameras that you did not feel no power from Usyk. I mean, from Ugas, my bad. You said you sparred Boots, you sparred Bud, but you can't fight nobody that's actually of a like at 140 besides Tito. Tito's the smallest champion they had at the weight class. People fail to realize that or mention that for real, bruh. You fighting somebody that you've known for years, bruh. Fight somebody you don't know, or fight Gary. You know Gary. How come you don't call Gary name out? Y'all sparred each other. Like, it's selective energy. It's crazy.
But Ashley, just real quick, remember what he told his grandfather too. I'm bigger than him. I'm stronger than him. Remember what he told his grandfather about the TO fight when he sat down in the corner? I'm stronger than him. Home.
Yeah. I'm stronger than home. I'm stronger than home. This shit crazy. Let's continue it though. This is great so far.
This is like, it's a shock to me. That's fine. But I got to 160.
And Shakur is sitting right next to this man.
He's not big. You're right.
And you can see it on his face. He's shocked. He literally says out loud, I can't believe how small you are. He's looking at Ryan Garcia too. I can't believe how small he is. Like, in his head, because these guys are fighting at higher weight classes, he thought they were going to be physically bigger than him. And when he gets next to them, he's like, oh, you're not even that big. Now, this is important because this is the moment where Shakur, not the fans, not the media, not Conor Ben's team, Shakur, Soft Touch Stevenson, is the one who plants the seed. He looks at Conor Ben, sizes him up, decides he's not that big, and says, make the fight at 147. Check it out.
We're boxers. Let's keep it boxing.
You're a boxer, I'm a fighter.
Come in and fight me, and I'm going to box your head off.
You do that, and I'll come there and take your head off.
And I'm going to box your head off.
Do your best.
147, let's make the fight happen.
Right there. That's it. That's the moment. No conditions attached. No asterisk. No, oh, but I need a rehydration clause. Just make the fight at 147. And he said it with confidence, like he meant it. So when he's on Showbiz The Adult talking about why is everyone pressuring him to go to 147, I need him to go back, watch this clip, because nobody put that in his head. He said it himself. Now, here's where it starts to get complicated. And honestly, this is where I think people really started calling Shakur a hypocrite. Because now, after saying, make the fight at 147, Shakur is talking about how if he goes up to 147, he's going to want a rehydration clause. He's saying it's business. He's saying he's a little guy and he needs protection at the weight class. And listen, I've given y'all my thoughts on rehydration clauses before. That's why, that's a whole separate conversation. That's another video. But the reason I'm pressing Shakur specifically on this is because what he said about the rehydration clauses before any of this came up. Check it out.
If you go watch when Ryan fought Tank and you watch when Devin fought Tank and you see like the size, the how good he's feeling. Like you could tell he's feeling good on that night. Like the weight and everything. Like I think that nah, that's some bullshit. That's some like I need an advantage. And with the advantage, I mean, I'm gonna do what I gotta do and it's gonna be easy to knock out a nigga that's weak. He ain't get to rehydrate properly and he weak as hell.
See, he lame.
So
Ryan was in shape for that fight.
That's Shakur. And I don't know why he did this interview with that hood on, all scrunched up on his head like that, but I digress.
For real,
Shakur
that ain't got
how
nothing
he
to do with
feels
nothing.
about rehydration clauses, and it wasn't exactly a glowing endorsement. So now we've got a situation where the man goes from thinking rehydration clauses are weak to asking for one the moment it benefits him. And that's where people started calling him out. That's where the hypocrite label started sticking, because he already had the hypocrite label. At least the people with common sense that were honest started pointing out the fact that he was a hypocrite. But this situation right here, this is where the hypocrite label started sticking. But here's the part I really want you to pay attention to, because Shakur actually gives an explanation of why he wants the rehydration clause now. And when I heard it, I had to rewind it a couple of times to make sure I was understanding him correctly.
So remember Conor Ben for Chris Eubank, his last outing, right? Or before his last outing. It was with a rehydration clause, right?
Yeah, both of them were.
So that's where I'm like, okay, Conor Ben, since you put a rehydration clause on Eubank, because after the fight, y'all was like, oh, Conor Ben was amazing. He looked so good. Oh, he was, man, nobody could beat Conor Ben. After that fight, that's what y'all was saying.
I was one of them. Yeah.
But then he
We can't hear you, Ashley.
Yeah,
Thanks
I can't hear.
Thanks for saying that. I was over here talking like a mug.
I know you going off over there. What you got, Ashley? I know you going off over there.
Oh shit, man. But no, I was just saying, bro, like that shit is weak, man. That shit weak. It's like you're jealous of what people are saying about another fighter. And boxing is a what have you done lately sport. What have you done lately in sport and boxing? And when it comes to wins, that should be lasting like a week. So what? People would have got over it and moved the fuck on. Like he feels some type of way that people looked at him in a certain type of way, so he wanted to do the same thing. Like, bro, that's weak, bro. Like, yo, you're like a Karen. Like, yo, you like a little spoiled child, bro. Like, it's any little chance you want to put your little fucking print, you want to imprint yourself, you do. Like, you be putting yourself in situations you don't belong, in my opinion. All that shit is weak. Shit weak as shit to me. That's what I want.
Yeah. I think Tank should fight Keyshawn first just to piss Shakur off.
That's funny.
Like, y'all don't even remember that. Y'all didn't take notes of it. So I'm like, okay, since he did it to Eubank, I'm like, shit. Come on. I'm a smaller guy. I'm smaller for the weight.
That nigga licked his lips and everything.
Let's go to 147 and fight Eubank. But now I just see the video that you posted. You say, oh, well, you said this, but you ain't say Devin. And
because what I got out of his explanation, and y'all let me know and drop it below in the comments if I'm reading this wrong, is that he's basically saying Conor Ben fought Chris Eubank Jr. with the rehydration clause. Eubank was drained. He was at a serious disadvantage. And even though all of that was true, even though Chris Eubank was literally half dead going into the fight, people still gave Conor Ben credit and a lot of praise and attention for his performance. Nobody really held the rehydration clause against Ben. Nobody made it a big thing. So Shakur's logic seems to be, if nobody cared that Eubank had a rehydration clause and was compromised going in, why can't I get one too? He did it. Why can't I do it? Now, is that a good reason to want a rehydration clause? Is that the reason you'd expect a fighter to give for why they want one? Because the reason I'd expect is I'm a smaller guy, stepping up in weight, and I need to protect myself from a massive rehydration from a naturally bigger fighter. That's the argument.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. And I have to say, the whole energy and attitude of he did it, so I'm gonna try to do it too. That shit destroys everything forever in life.
And let's not forget, he said Chris Eubanks looked dead. He said Chris Eubanks,
everything in life, bro.
He said Chris Eubanks looked dead in that ring. So let's not forget that. Why would you want a fighter that looks dead?
I mean, listen, I got a clip. As we go through the video, it's a clip of him literally saying that out of his mouth, bro.
Shit trash.
That's the one that makes sense. But that's not what he said. What he said was essentially, Ben got away with it against Eubank and still got praise. So why can't I get the same advantage? That's not about protection. That's about wanting your opponent half dead in the ring so you can get the credit you feel you deserve after the performance. That's looking for an advantage. And the fact that he wrapped it up in business talk doesn't change what he actually said. And this is where it really doesn't add up for me. Because on one hand, Shakur is saying he's a little guy. He's small. He needs the rehydration clause because he's stepping up in weight and he's naturally smaller. But on the other hand, this same person posted a gym picture where he's 170 pounds and written on the top like he was walking, like that was his walk around weight. I'm gonna try and find that picture and put it in the video, but I believe it said he was somewhere between 170 and 175 pounds, something like that. It was a significant number. So which is it? Because you're physically showing us your weight in 4K. You're not walking around at 130 pounds. You're not a tiny man who's going to be physically overwhelmed at 147. If anything, you're probably closer to 147 naturally than you want to admit. And remember, when you got next to Conor Ben, you were shocked at how small he was.
He's saying to me, looking at me, I can't believe how small he is. It's a shock to me. That's fine. That's fine. But I got to 160.
Your words. You couldn't believe it. So if he's small to you and you're walking around at 160 pounds, why exactly do you need a rehydration clause again? So let's put this all together, because this is the part that really gets me. Shakur introduced the idea of fighting at 147 pounds himself.
We're boxers. Let's keep it boxing.
You're a boxer, I'm a fighter.
Come in and fight me, and I'm going to box your head off.
You do that, and I'll come there and take your head off.
And I'm going to box your head off.
Do your best.
147. Let's make the fight happen.
Not even joking.
He said on camera, he called out Conor Ben. He was the one who put the thought in everyone's head. Then when fans and media run with it, because of course they do, he brought it up. Suddenly he's the victim. Suddenly people are forcing him. Suddenly he's asking why he has to be the one to go up and weight when nobody asks other fighters to do it. Shakur, nobody was asking you to do anything until you said, make the fight at 147. You created this conversation. You can't invite everyone to a party and then complain that people showed up. And then on top of that, he originally said he'd go to 154 to fight Conor Ben. 154, which nobody even brought that at all, not for a second. And he ended up walking that back too, said his team, and I say that with air quotes, talked him down. So we've gone from 154 to 147 to, why is everybody forcing me to 147? Like, what are we doing here? This is the pattern. This is the victim card. Say something, walk it back, then act like you never said it and everyone else is the problem. So here's what I want to ask. And I want you to really think about this before you drop your 2 cents below. Is Shakur Stevenson asking for a rehydration clause at 147 pounds because he genuinely needs protection as a smaller fighter moving up in weight? Or, based on his own words and his explanation, is he asking for a rehydration clause because he wants Conor being compromised in that ring? Because he watched what happened to Chris Eubank, saw that Ben still got praise even though Eubank was drained, and decided he wants that same setup where he gets full credit for winning against a man who wasn't at 100%? Because one of those is a legitimate reason, and one of those is looking for an advantage while pretending to be the underdog. And I'm not putting words in his mouth. I'm going off of what he said in his own interview.
How does that fight get made then?
If he's not going to agree, then we probably don't fight. So he's just wasting time. We'll see. But I'm a businessman at the end of the day. And like I said, he did a rehydration clause with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank was in the ring half dead. Why can't he do the same thing?
With his own explanation, in his own words.
The fact he said half dead just now, bro, and then look at me like I said too much, biting your bottom lip, face ass, that skinny ass mustache. I can't believe you just said that shit.
I
You
can't.
get half dead, so why don't the fuck you get half dead for me? Like, bro, they had their own history. They fought already. Give the man the fair one first, and then have him come in there with this. Like, bro, why? And after seeing this fight versus Regis, it's like, bro, do you really need the advantage, nigga? Like, bro, scary ass. Just get in the ring. You always got it. It always has to be something with it, yo. This shit is starting to be fucking annoying as hell, bro. God damn, you sat there and said, oh, he was in there dead as hell. I got so offended. And I got my emotions that y'all loved it. So I want the same thing or he's wasting time. Face ass, bruh. You've been fighting for over a decade. You supposed to be prestigious and all of this shit. Bruh, this is so ignorant. If this is facts, which it is, if y'all really think it's facts, how the hell can you look at him on the same? And that's probably what Ja mean. Nigga, you not on the same level as Keyshawn. You're not on the same level as Tito Machado. You're not on the same level as fucking David Benavidez. That's the same shit. It's the same shit. You don't want to challenge yourself. You don't want to do shit. You milking the game for bread. That's what you're doing. And trying to act like you just all big, bad, tough, hiding behind fucking Jay Prince or whatever the fuck y'all doing over there. It's irritating now, man.
He just be sitting there.
Anything is going backwards if you leave 140. Anything. You just left 140 fighting a champion. You go to 135 and fight anybody but Tank, you're going backwards in your career. Backwards.
He be sitting there just trying to step on other people's toes the whole time, like just down.
He gets very jealous. He has like a very jealous spirit to me.
If Tank fight Keyshawn first, Shakur and Keyshawn not gonna be friends no more.
Probably.
They ain't gonna be friends no more if that happen.
I don't even care about them. They can about the friendship shit. They can stay friends and all of that shit, bro. But they did that too. We didn't really. We wasn't pressing for these two niggas to fight. One fighter been fighting for damn near 10 years, and another fighter just started. We can tell y'all friends. We didn't.
Keyshawn admitted in an interview.
They did that shit. They kept talking. We not gonna fight. We not gonna fight. Or we fight when we, bro. That shit would have died down if y'all stopped talking about it
and stop doing fake face-offs and all of that other kind of crap.
All right, that's back to.
They would be better if they was doing friends with Tank instead of hating on him.
He was friends with Tank at one point in time. He made his choice.
That'd be better for their business.
Which one it is? Two Sinners. Let me know in the comment section below. Is Shakur Stevenson playing the victim card? Is he looking for an advantage?
I love the background beat to this video.
Let me know and drop it below your 2 cents. I read every single comment.
Yeah, this fire.
Video if you found value in it. Punch that like and subscribe button. Follow me on X at 2cents20. We're going over there and I'm posting a lot more. Also follow me on IG at 2 Cents Boxing. Support the channel through Cash App at $ 2 Cents Boxing. Or you can hit the heart with the $ and leave a special thanks below, letting me know you enjoyed the video. Click the video that's about to pop up. Check it out. Join the conversation, and I'll catch you in the next video.
Hey, that was hot.
When I tell you I was punching the air after I watched this video, I was like, I knew this nigga was. I knew it. Yo, Shakur be having me tweaking. Like, people be thinking I'm crazy. I'm like, nah, this boy double talks, yo. He talks out of both sides of his mouth all the time. It's crazy. He never challenges himself. Like you said, even when they showed the backstage after the TO fight and he was telling his cousin, I was about to try and knock him out, but he started fighting back. I'm like, ew, what is that? What you mean? That's when you're supposed to get most active. Like, he want a one-sided fight, yo. He wants a one-sided fight.
And get millions for it. And they want people not to question that he can, beat another fighter or lose against.
Yeah, he must be soft, like, and he been knew he was soft, so now he just doing petty stuff behind the scenes instead of, like, fighting.
I ain't catch no Holy Ghost Creole. I was very, like, ugh. Oh, God. Boxing Hacker, shut up.
Yeah, regardless of the fact, man, I wasn't gonna shit. Well, first let me say the video was
I can't hear you, Ash. Can y'all hear Ashley?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could hear. You might have to go out and come back in.
It's all good, yo. Anyway, it's
been
like 4 hours, yo. It's been like 4 hours about to end this joint anyway, man. So I gotta get something to eat and feed my daughter this breakfast. It's Sunday. Gotta get that breakfast meal in there. But it's been a great live. I just have to say that when it comes to Shakur been on this train and doing this shit since he moved out, since probably the middle of 130. I would say for sure since he got to 135. But in the middle of 130, somewhere in 130-pound weight class, I seen it. I was like, yo, why is it that he's not like, he don't really take chances. He don't fight like a fighter that I would enjoy watching. I was turned on, sometimes turned off when it comes to Shakur. I went to some of his fights on the times that I was turned on about his fighting. And, you know, I know he has great ability. He just won't really put it out there on the table versus everybody. Maybe versus certain fighters, but not versus everybody. You hear me, Queen?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so we about to wrap it up though, yo. It's been damn near 4 hours. I wanted to say this has been a great live and thank everybody for coming up here and actually keeping it somewhat respectable. It's somewhat respectable in the comment section. I mean in the chat, but salute to everybody that came into the chat, yo. Last remarks from everybody. Ja, Jeb, Queen.
All right, great live. Peace out. Appreciate y'all.
Let's stop hating on Clarissa and show her some more love, hopefully. But like, other than that, peace and blessings.
Well, I will
everybody.
leave that there.
Where the love
yeah,
at?
great live, Ashley. Appreciate you letting me up.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah. I wanted to, of course, leave with the video that I said I'm gonna start showing this video every time I leave this live, and I mean it. This is about to be my outgoing track that I play to salute and let everybody know that I hope everything. This is a positive video. I hope everything going
through whatever you've been going through lately. I hope you slept just like a baby.
I can't hear it.
Today you make it through whatever you've been going through lately. I hope you win the lottery with no taxes. I hope your crush texts you back and asks you to come over without you asking. I hope you wake up on your dream vacation. And that's without the kids, but you know they in a perfect situation. I hope you can get money for your stress. I hope the president signed the wrong thing and we all get a stimulus check. I hope you get a massage till you fall asleep. I hope your favorite person pop up today with your favorite thing to eat. I hope everything negative deletes. I hope you ain't even put no money in your tank, but it just never go on eat. Shoot. I hope you get whatever you hope. I hope that bad vibes can't even ever find your ass no more. I hope you always get the utmost respect. I hope the president signed the wrong thing again and we get another stimulus check. I hope the best. I hope you get your dream threesome. I hope your idol walk up to you and tell you in your face, you gon' be something. I hope everything you do, you just win. And I hope you find your Roku remote and never lose that bitch again. I hope the best. I hope you have a great day. I hope in the next hour, different people make you smile in 8 ways. I hope your bills pay theyself. And your kids already ate and showered and they ain't even need no help. I hope your sickness just disappears. I don't care if it's a cold or something that you really been dealing with for years. I hope your business moves so well you quit your job. I hope you never lose another match when you playing with your squad. I hope your evil ex stop texting you now. And I hope whatever is stressing you out just start blessing you now. Shoot. I hope your car so clean. I hope your ears can't hear nothing that's sad, negative, or mean. I hope you find $2 million. I hope people you're really attracted to is the only people that try to holler. I hope you have a pure relationship with somebody that truly loves you. I hope you miss a day of work and they still pay you double. I hope the best. I hope prosperity and more life. I hope you complete the biggest mission that you gave yourself in life. I hope you share this to all your friends. Cause it ain't no telling when I'm gonna do a